No room, mate.
What?
No room.
No room?
No room.
Like I might have to squeeze.
Commentator's chickened out, mate. Out here calling it, they chickened out at 9:30 this morning.
Really?
Calling it from Ash's basement. Alright, go, you know where the coaches sit along here? Yeah. Go straight ahead, there's a pisser at the end of it. Yep. No, just go straight up here.
Don't worry. I have been. Oh, that was delicious.
Give me a...
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, I can hear him now. Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a beautiful KG5 here in Glenorchy, Tasmania for TSL action in round 10 on the live stream. We've got the home team, Glenorchy, taking on Lauderdale this afternoon. Two teams that probably haven't had the start to the season they would have liked. My name's Brent Costello. Great to be with you this afternoon alongside Ryan Rosendale. G'day, Ros.
G'day, Brent. Pleasure to be with you as always, mate. And yeah, both sides obviously looking to get themselves back up the ladder come the pointy end of the season. We're up to round 10 now, so it's make or break now for both these sides. And earlier in the year, it was Glenorchy that walked away with a 26-point win here at KG5 over the Bombers. So a young, youthful Lauderdale will be looking to reverse that the result today and get a win over the Pies.
Yeah, they will. And I remember last time we both called this game, I think, earlier in the season, and we were looking forward to Alan Christensen playing. He got injured the week before, and he's done the same thing again, unfortunately. So he's out with that hip injury, and some big changes too for Glenorchy. Some late outs. Darian White is out of this team. Zach Webster, who was named as an emergency, he won't take the field. Josh Meredith too is another out for Glenorchy this afternoon, and no changes to the team that was named for Lauderdale on Thursday night. But big game for both teams. As you said, they'd like to add some respectability to their season, that's for sure, and we're not too far away from the first bounce.
Yeah, obviously last week the Bombers had that really tough loss down at Skybus Oval against the Tigers, who are probably one of the informed teams of the comp, especially down south. So Lauderdale have been on the improve the last few weeks, but obviously a big loss with Alan Christensen. But they're got the inclusion today of Josh McGuinness and also Philip Belchambers, obviously with the COVID lockdown in Victoria. He's shifted back across. I think he actually is still living over here and training with the Bombers during the week. So he's back in today for his first game of the year. So he's a pretty handy inclusion, Philip Belchambers, for the Bombers today.
Yeah, he is. And they struck an agreement. So basically he can play with Lauderdale, but we transferred back to his team that Darren Winter actually coaches over there in the Geelong League. So yeah, great pickup. Some real experience coming in for Lauderdale this afternoon. Good to see too Bryce Walsh back in this side, Billy Rolfe as well, who have both had their injury concerns in recent weeks. But yeah, looking forward to this one, just to see that game we did both see back in, what was it, round three? I think, yeah, so looking to see who can come out on top this afternoon.
Yeah, and obviously a few debuts too for the Magpies today. Obviously a pretty youthful side this year under coach Paul Kennedy. I think Cooper Hills is making his debut today. Ty Turner and Tyson Stacey was the late in, I think, for Darian White. So 3 debuts today, which will bring a bit of youthful exuberance to this Glenorchy outfit, who I think were the walking wounded after last week's game. I think they lost Sammy Rundle to injury. I think obviously they lost a few weeks ago their key defender in Tommy Cleary. But they've got Harrison Gunther back from North Melbourne VFL duty, so he's a handy in. So
Braden Webb was the other one too last week.
Yep.
They really feared that he'd done his ACL, but the good news was it was just a bit of bone bruising in the end, and he will probably miss a couple of weeks at this stage. But that's relatively good news compared to what it might have been. We know what a horror run of injuries Pigeons had, so that is some good news for Glenorchy. Not too far away from a start here at KG5. A couple of big games around the grounds this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on it as this one goes on. The Tigers hosting Launceston at the Twin Ovals. Mitch Thorpe making his return, his first game since the premiership last year. And at Utah Stadium, cracker up there, North Launceston hosting Clarence, two teams that we think will feature pretty heavily in the finals later this year.
We've got Clarence and, Tigers and Lonnie on the stream too. So
yes, but the big guns are on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say get the double up. Get the double up on the KO stream if you can. Get two TVs on, and you'll be in for a bumper of a Saturday Arvo for your TSL live stream. That's no doubt about that.
So we're underway here at KG5. Round 10 TSL action. Sam Siggins gets the quick handball away, geared as well. And now Glenorchy have a chance to get it out of the middle, but they're run down and pushing the back was against Josh McGuinness. And now Glenorchy will get the first free kick of the game here. They want to go long here by the look of things. Not too much on offer for the Magpies early. That kick's smothered off the boot in the end, and Lauderdale end up with the footy. Franklin gets the handball out, and now Sutton, and the Bombers work it forward through Stanley. He didn't kick to a great target, but ended up in the hands of Harry Richmond, who tucked the footy under his arm, goes inside 50. Bryce Walsh is going for the mark. He had a couple of opponents to beat, but Bryce Walsh turns around, snaps. He hits the woodwork, though. That would have been a great piece of individual effort there from Bryce Walsh, and what an electric start that would have been.
Really good play there by the former skipper Walsh. You know how good of a player he is in the TSL. He's been a mainstay of this Lauderdale outfit for the past 7 to 8 years. So a terrific start by him in what's been an injury-interrupted season so far. As the ball's kicked out, it's gone out of bounds. Now it's going to be a throw-in. So I know both these sides have probably been two of the better sides of the South in the last 4 to 5 years, but this year's a bit of a different story for these two sides. But they're still both, I guess, within that striking distance of making the finals. We're only in the early stage of the season, so especially for Lauderdale, they've got a lot of experience in this side, and they'll be looking to rebound strongly today as they get it out through one of those guys in Heavey. He weaves his way through a couple. He kicks inside 50. Might have been a push in the back there. Umpire says play on though. Comes out to Joseph now. He gives over the back. Not a great kick, but it's going to come off there to John Geard. He's been in terrific form throughout the season, John Geard. Kicks up the line now. Lauderdale are working this out well. Making Glenorchy hold here and kicking under pressure, which is exactly what they did there, but the Pies are going to get their first inside 50 of the day. It's not a great ball, but Matty Joseph's a terrific player. He's got man in front, off the ground, Matty Joseph, he's put it through. First one on the board for the Magpies.
Yeah, great piece of work there from Matty Joseph. Ran onto it perfectly, kicked it perfectly, and a dream start here for the home team, Glenorchy. Just what they need to get themselves up and about. Lauderdale looked like they were on early there, and Bryce Walsh a shot at goal. But Glenorchy go to the other end of the ground and get the first major of the day.
It was a dangerous kick in the middle of the ground there, but it paid off, and I guess if you're a Magpies supporter, that's what you want to see, just to take the game on for a side that's been trickling down the bottom end of the TSL out of this year. If they can take the game on and move the ball quick, we know how good their better players in this side are, the Magpies, so it's a terrific start for Paul Kennedy's men. So we get another ball up now. Siggins against Deegan. No one wins that down. It comes down to Geard though. He flicks a handball out to Simpson. He gets a kick off now. So we go inside 50. Cow Daly's there. We know how damaging he can be. Quick little kick out there by Daly. Gone to the man in front, the Lauderdale player, number 18 in Tani Suka. The whistle's been blown by the umpire. It's going to be a free kick to that man. It is. He's going to give it over to Stanley. He's going to play on now. Not much pressure on him. He's got time to make a good decision. He does. Gives it to Walsh. Just bounces in front of him, though. That's Bell Chambers there. A free kick. No, says the umpire. Good to see him back in this Lauderdale outfit. That was Heavey, sorry.
You mentioned Tane Suki there a minute ago. Ros, he nominated for the draft.
Yeah, he did.
Season draft during the week. Here's Siggins now. Now Nicholson throws it on the boot. Goes to the top of the square. Anybody home for Glenorchy. Ball bouncing. And there is that man, Suki there. Sees it over the boundary line.
That man next to him, Gunther, did also nominate for the draft. So good to see the Tassie boys putting their hands up. Obviously, Jackson Callow was the only Tassie boy that was drafted off to Hawthorn. So great to see him being able to now get a chance at the top level.
Did it the hard way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Packed up his life, moved to South Australia and got the job done in the end after training Hawthorn pre-season. Here's Daly, looks at the goals. This is what he's very good at and makes no mistake, the little man. Geez, good. What a dream start here.
Yeah, I think he's one of your favourites, Brent. I think that's fair to say. He's one of your men in the TSL, and Daly, I think he's averaging 1.3 goals a game this year, so we know how damaging he can be, and he's definitely one that Lauderdale will probably would have put a fair bit of time in during the week, and if he gets off the chain today, he's going to cause headaches for Coach Dan Willing, that's for sure.
Well, it's a nice start, isn't it? A really good start here for Glenorchy. 2 goals on the board in the first 5 minutes of the game. So Paul Kennedy will be wrapped sitting in the coach's box at the moment.
No doubt about that. The Pies looking to get their 3rd win of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously got the chocolates, as we said last time, against the Bombers here at KG5 in round 3. So they'll be hoping for a repeat now as it comes out to Benny Camrick. He kicks to that man who just scored the goal, Daly. Joseph there for company. Good tackle applied, though, by the Bombers. Terrific tackle there. It's number 20. It was Raglione. Terrific tackle there. You love to see that if you coach Dan Willing. And if you're a Bomber supporter watching along on the live stream, as Siggins wins that tap down. Gibb gets it out, though. Kick smothered off the boot. Well played there by the Bombers midfield. Might have been taken high. I think he has been. So it's going to be a free kick now to the Bombers. There's a little bit of push and shove here between Benny Camrick and Heavey. Nothing untoward, though. Just flexing their muscles. This one comes back inside. Dangerous kick. Not a good kick. Brown's there, though. Good tackle. Might have been a free kick. I think the umpires like to see that one a lot these days, but that one's being called a ball up.
Dudley Kingston, the tackler there, name we haven't heard a lot of in senior TSL footy. Now Franklin, Heavey, goes right in the centre of KG5. 2 players running for the footy, ends up in the hands of Billy Rolfe. And now Stanley. Stanley goes short. Kick didn't land where you'd hoped, and now it's back in the hands of Sutton. Kick further forward to half forward, and now Glenorchy. Rebound out of defence. Mark not taken by Gunther. Now Nicholson finds a target and work it forward now. Glenorchy inside 50. Daly's there, runs onto it again. This is where he kicked it from a few moments ago. No way! Callan Daly's kicked the goal of the day in the opening 6 minutes of the game. That is unbelievable.
I think that's an understatement, Brenner. That might go down as TSL Goal of the Year in 2021.
Whoa.
That was terrific, as was the call by you. That was just what Cow Daly can do. Wearing the long sleeves today, I like that even more. So Cow Daly, he's on fire early in this contest. 7 minutes gone, and he's got 2 goals already on the board.
Gee, he lights it up. Every time I watch him play, he does something special.
I remember watching him years ago when he was plying his trade at Brighton in the SFL, and you could tell that he was just a class above there, and he's come to Glenorchy in the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, I think, and he's just been a star from the moment he walks through the doors at KG5, and he showed why there with his prowess towards goal. That's definitely, in my book, goal of the year so far in the TSL. That, though, by the umpire wasn't as good. And we're going to get another ball up as we reset play. We see the reigning Alice Lynch medalist there, Sam Siggins, obviously taking the ruck duties with the absence of usual big man Hayden Smith, and he's been continuing his terrific form from last year. I think he's averaging 27, 28 disposals a game this year. So Siggins is definitely in terrific form as the ball comes out now to the Magpies. They get another inside 50 here. Mark's being taken there by the defender turned forward, and that man is Harrison Gunther. And we know how good this man is. He's been plying his trade for the last 4 to 5 weeks in North Melbourne's VFL team and has not looked out of place one bit. Yeah,
it would have been nice to see him picked up a few nights ago. All reports he did really well over in the VFL, and they're really happy with him, North Melbourne. So hopefully at the end of the year, he might get another chance, Ross.
He just looks like he's got the frame to play. He's such a big key forward, and obviously key defender, sorry, but also looks like he's got the frame to play key forward, as we just saw there, took that terrific mark. So he's definitely one that has big raps from Coach Paul Kennedy as he comes in now.
Oh,
doesn't look good off the boot. I put the Mickey on him there.
Wow.
Kicked that out on the full. So not his best work there, Harrison Gunther, but I'll stand by my comments. He's an absolute star. You
don't see that every day. Something's gone awfully wrong for him there, because That's not what you see Harrison Gunther do.
I had him down for that goal too. I was just about to
I thought you had it written down.
tick that scoreboard over to 4 goals, and he's absolutely stitched me up there.
He'll be filthy with that.
So ball's come back out now. The Bombers are going to get it out through number 24 in Nat Franklin. He's another star of the TSL. It comes out now to Magpies. They're going to clear this one back inside 50. Geared gives off. Comes back out to the Magpies. Inside 50 now. Who's there? Hasn't been a good entry, but they've worked it out well here.
Is that off the boot? Oh,
looked like it might have been, but
that could have been a goal, I reckon, just about. I'm pretty sure it came off the Glenorchy player's shoe.
No score review here in the TSL, unfortunately. We can't go up to the bunker, so we'll have to take their word for it, the umpires. It's 3-1-19 now to yet to score the Bombers. Ball comes out now. Billy Roth's got it. Back in today, the inclusion this season to the Bombers outfit. Obviously, they lost Joseph Salmon a few weeks ago, gone back. So Billy Roth's the lone inclusion this year for the Lauderdale Bombers. Obviously, one of the bigger inclusions in the off-season.
Absolutely. He looked good last time we watched him play, didn't he? He probably didn't kick the score he would have liked, but it was certainly an option for him.
Yeah, he was.
Up forward. Comes back in now. Siggins in the ruck, as we said before, and just wins it out himself. Goes inside 50. Bouncing ball to the boundary line. Can it stay in play? It doesn't. The boundary thrown in the right forward pocket. So Glenorchy have raced out of the blocks here on their home deck. 19 plays nothing. 10 minutes in opening term. She said a couple of ripping games elsewhere this afternoon. Tigers and Launceston at Twin Ovals, and North Launceston hosting Clarence at UTAS Stadium. Ball back in. Geared, throws it on the boot. High ball to the wing. Flirts with the boundary again, over it goes. Who do you like in those other games this afternoon? North Lonnie hard to beat up there, aren't they?
Yeah, North Lonnie are pretty hard to beat. So I think I'd have to go North Lonnie there, obviously, after that terrific win a few weeks ago against Lonnie. And then obviously I think the game of the round is definitely going to be the Tigers and Lonnie down at the Twins. I think the Tigers might have beaten them a few years ago down to the Twins, so I wouldn't put it past the Tigers to sneak away with a victory there. So that game kicks off at 2 o'clock, also on the live stream. So get the double stream out and you've got yourself a terrific Saturday footy on the TSL live stream. But yeah, Mitch Thorpe, as you said, Bruno, back in for his first game of the year, so that'd be good to see the Launceston coach plying his trade again on the field.
Places his brother in that team too, after he was suspended by the tribunal.
Controversy in that one.
There was.
During the week. As the ball's come back in now. Magpies have got it. Inside kick to... Not sure who that is. Might be one of the debutants there for the Magpies. He's kicked it into Daly, who's just stolen that away from his teammate in Joseph. And there's no doubt he's had a terrific start of this game. Two of the opening 3 goals, including goal of the year so far. I won't call it early, but it was a terrific goal. He's kicked forward to Gunther. Great mark by the big man. Took it on the second grab. And I like seeing him up forward.
Yeah, it's nice,
obviously, with the this week, obviously with the loss of Braden Webb, he's been a guy that Coach Booker has shifted forward since he's come back. So a new role today for Harrison Gunther.
So he can get his kick online this time.
So he's a bit further out this time, Gunther. That looks better off the boot. I think it's going to go. It is. No, it's not. So the umpire fooled me there. I thought he was going to signal that a goal, but he signalled that for a behind. So a bit better there from Harrison Gunther. Hopefully, third time lucky, he can put one through the big sticks.
The ball back in play for Lauderdale. McGuinness back in the team too this afternoon after missing with a concussion last week. They'll be pleased to have him back in this team. Ball can't come out cleanly. Out it goes again. 20 plays zilch. Almost gone 13 minutes here at KG5. Interesting fixture, isn't it? I thought that this game would have been down at Skybus, given they played here earlier in the season, but obviously there's a little fixture quirk there. Now, what can Glenorchy do? They're still inside. They're attacking 50. That mark's gobbled up by that man back in the team this afternoon in Phil Bellchambers, who's been playing over in Victoria under Darren Winter in the Geelong League over there. Ball comes to the wing right in front of us here in the commentary position. Oh, beautiful work there from Rolf. He just turned his opponent inside out.
I think I caught under him.
In fact, it was Patton, actually.
He did everything right there in having his feet getting caught under him when he tried to turn his body. So it's a holding the ball decision against him. Kick in now. Good little chip kick there to Brady Simpson. Not 15, says the umpire. Play on. They get it out now. That's definitely going to be 15. Gunther gets 2 on. He might have got a free kick there. Umpire says yes. So free kick now to Gunther. He's looking dangerous up forward. He's that marking target they need. He kicks deep inside 50. I think he's looking for the man over the back. He's found him. It's Benny Camrick. He gives a handball off. Not to anyone in particular who tries to get that footy forward. Cat Haley's there. But Stanley works it out for the Bombers. Looking for Walsh. Good mark taken there by the former skipper. Really strong. He plays on immediately. Gives it off to McGuinness. He's going to go over to Heavey. Heavey takes a good mark. Good play here by the Bombers. Quick grab and go. So he goes back to Walsh. He kicks wide now. He's found a teammate there, number 54 in Fergus Kenny. He's going to kick inside 50 now. Good mark taken there by Joshy McGuinness. Another one of these defenders that's turned forward. So he might have his first shot on goal for the day.
A lot better there from the Bombers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice build-up. So this gives him a first look at it after Bryce Walsh hit the post early, so Lauderdale should be on 1. We missed that one, Ross.
No, there we go. Not a great multitasker. So you've saved me there. So Joshy McGuinness now comes in. Can he get the first on the board for the Bombers? Doesn't look good off the boot. I think it's going to go out on the forwards. Just sneaked in for a point. So given accuracy early for the Bombers, they trail this game 3-2-20 to 0-2-2. So I've just ticked over the 15-minute mark in the first quarter.
Good to see this man back. Love watching him go about it. Daniel Joseph.
Been a star, hasn't he?
Such a reliable player. Just plays onto himself here and ends up going wide and hits the target. It's Chris McKnight. He's a late call up to this side this afternoon. Darian White and Josh Meredith were both laid outs, and there's been a reversal here to Josh McGuinness. So the Bombers get the chance to have another crack, and he goes to the top of the square, goes over their head, spills out the back, a big crunching tackle from behind. Is it a free kick? It's like the umpire's going to take it for a ball up. So danger spot here for the Magpies as all Lauderdale players converge towards the goal square. Tap down. Can they get it out here, the Bombers? Stacks on here. Not coming out clean. Another ball up. So 18-point margin. We've gone 16 minutes. Up it goes again. Ball to ground and another bit of congestion there. They can't get it out. So ball not going too far. We wait the next ball up and get it out cleanly now. Geared. And now they throw it on the boot, the Bombers. It was through Jared Westall, but only for a minor score. So 17-point margin now here at KG5, Saturday afternoon footy.
Comes back out now through DJ. Daniel Joseph, he kicks wide, looking for number 14 in Isaac Manson. He's taking a good grab out in front of Josh Williams. He kicks up the line now, commentary side of the KG5 wing. Looks for Gunther. Didn't take a mark though. Simpson follows up for the Magpies. He's kicked it right down the throat of Matt Franklin. He's going to look to bring this inside. Umpire's called play on, came off his mark. He kicks back up to where he got it from. And Gunther is taking his 4th or 5th mark of the day, so he's playing a good start to this game. Magpies bring it back out now. Good tackle applied there by the Bombers. Umpire says play on. Comes out now to Ed Stanley. He kicks inside. And in front though is Glenorchy, but it's come out to number 34 in Luke Hodonsky. I think he's kicked a goal, he has. So the man with the last name that I'm not sure I pronounced correctly has kicked a goal, Hodonsky. So the Bombers get their first of the day as we just tick over to the 17.5-minute mark of the first quarter.
So they got there, the Bombers, cutting the lead back to 11 points. So it's been a better 5 to 10 minutes from them after Glenorchy dominated the opening 10 minutes of this game. The first 3 goals, of course, and Bombers finally hit the scoreboard.
One of these new young Bombers that have come through. Obviously, they've had a pretty settled lineup the last 4 or 5 years under previous coach Darren Winter. They made 3 grand finals in a row, so they had a pretty steady lineup, and they've got a lot of that core still together here. But it's good to see a bit of injection of youth into the Bombers outfit as McGuinness gets it out now, tries to give it off to number 32 in Sam Tilley. He gets his recovery ball now. He kicks forward, and in front is Billy Rolfe. Might have been taken high there. He is, says the umpire. So Daniel Joseph thinks he's a bit stiff there, but they get it out now through, it was Billy Rolfe in the long sleeves. Kick inside 50 now for the Bombers. Good kick, but it goes over the head of Hodonsky, the goal kicker. It's gone out of bounds for a throw-in. Umpire Bevis will bring this ball back into play as we tick into the 19-minute mark.
I'm going to go with Hodnitsky.
Hodnitsky? Okay, we'll go with that.
And gee, I'll tell you what, I feel old looking at some of these blokes. He was born in 2003, Hodnitsky.
I saw a few 04s on there too. That even makes me feel old, Bruno. And I'm a young pup, so...
I would have been 20 when some of those blokes were born. It's extraordinary.
Were you applying your trade when you were 20, Bruno?
I was actually doing my current job.
There you go.
Before those blokes were even less scary.
Applying your trade at Winnew's on a Saturday and Salamanca on a Saturday night, no doubt. I'm guessing.
You're not far off the mark.
Not far off it. As we get back to the action now, and Siggins wins that tap down. As the footy comes inside 50 again for the Bombers, but Daniel Joseph's taken the mark in front. He's the best defensive 50 mark in the game, Daniel Joseph. Not a great kick there, though, by him. It's come back out now, but it's going to go well here for the Magpies. They've got numbers at this footy, but the Bombers win it out now through Stanley. He might have been taken high, he has been. So Bill Chambers is going to try and get a kick here. He's going to give it back to his teammate. That man was Hodonsky again. We're going to say that wrong the whole game.
Hodnitsky.
Hodnitsky.
I don't even know if that's right. Apologies. That's what I'm going with.
Chase us up during the week, young man, if we've done you a misservice on the screen today. As the ball comes out now, it's cut off there well by the Magpies. Kick inside 50, Daly's free. He's got Dilger for company. Can't keep that one in, Cow Daly. He's almost gone over the fence there, but he recovers well. Does the two goal kicker. He kicked too early in this game. So we've just ticked into 20.5-minute mark.
So waiting the ball in here. Siggins in the ruck, just pushes it down to Heavey. Heavey, his kick's cut off and the mark taken by Glenorchy and Blowfield. He centres the football and that might be 50. Yes, it is indeed. Can't be doing that, so silly mistake from the Bombers puts Glenorchy well within range now to kick a goal. And Isaac Manson will be the man to have the shot, which will be probably directly in front, and it'll be about 30 metres out, 25 metres out.
Yeah, he had the right idea there, too. He wanted to put a bit of body pressure on him, but he just arrived a little too late at that contest, and that was always going to be 50 metres, no matter who was the umpire there.
So Isaac Manson, and he wanders, has to make the lead 17 points. Looks a little left off the boot, it is, and a minor score. So 12-point ball game here at KG5. We've gone 21 minutes in this opening term. Bombers to bring it back into play. Bill Chambers, been a veteran of this Lauderdale team, as we said earlier, skipped off to the mainland this year. Good to see him back in the black and red. He goes to the wing. Yeah, Daniel Willing, the coach, said he knows a lot of the systems that they're working with here, but obviously training and only flying over to Victoria for games on a weekend, and obviously the lockdown situation over there. No one's playing footy over there this weekend, so luckily for Phil Bell Chambers, he still has that option to come here and play in the TSL, which is good for everyone, really. Everyone's a winner.
He's a start.
Siggins couldn't get the footy. Ball spills to ground. No one can work it out. He's in there, as is Brown, but umpire will have it again. 12-point margin, 22.5 minutes gone opening term. Saturday afternoon footy from KG5. Glenorchy get it back. They'll work it forward now. What's on offer? Not much when he goes out of bounds on the full. Lauderdale end up with it again.
The debutant there, Cooper Hills. He's kicked that one out of the full, so not a good first kick for him in his debut game for Glenorchy. The senior TSL game. The Bombers now are going to try to work this forward and they reduce this margin as we approach time on in the first quarter. Daniel Joseph came from over the back, couldn't take the mark. Good follow-up tackle there by the captain. Vice captain, I should say, sorry. Captain Braden Webb was injured last week, so I think a bit of bone bruising. PK mentioned at the presser on Thursday, so good to see him again this year, hopefully. If you're a Pies fan. Comes out now, the Bombers going to get this out through Siggins. Good kick there. It's going to go to the man in front though. That's good defensive play there by number 31 in Cooper Meredith. for an option. Lauderdale setting up well in the back half of the ground. He'll kick this up to the far side wing of KG5. It's come over the back. He's got two options there. Deegan's there, but he's not near that footy. Trickles out of bounds. So we sit at 21-9 in this game. Obviously, as we spoke about round 3 earlier in the year at this venue. Glenorchy walked away with that 26-point win, and an accurate Lauderdale probably cost them on the day. They kicked 5-11 to 10-7. So if you're a Bomber supporter, you'd be hoping for some more accurate goal kicking today. Comes out. Daly's at the front of this pack. He's got Belchambers for company. Good work there by the Bombers defender. Might have been taken out there Daly. He's got the footy now though on the ground. He's set upon immediately by Raglione. Whistle's being blown by the umpire. Going to be holding the ball. So he's probably stiff there, Daly. He was already on the ground and the ball just fell into his lap. The umpire's pinged him there for holding the ball. So the Bombers now are going to bring this to the far side of KG5 commentary side.
Oh, cheapest.
Big contest there. Good pressure there by the Glenorchy player. That was number 21, it was in Matty Dilger. So PK would love that from one of those premiership players from a few years ago when they beat North Lonnie. He's got big raps on Matty Dilger, has Coach Paul Kennedy. Good to see him back playing for some consistent TSL footy.
That was Richie Dilger. Ball goes to ground here.
What's got me confused. Richie's 21 and
yes.
Matty's 23.
Easy to do, Roz.
We've both got the long blonde locks, so let's fix that one up for me, boys. That'll be good.
Ball up now. There'll be too much longer left in this opening term at KG5. Franklin got a little shoot to it. Now Joseph. He works it inside 50. Dan Joseph, top of the square. Gunther couldn't take the mark. Daly. And that might be out on the full, is it?
Might have been. Looked like it was off the boot. Grace is the umpire, though.
Yeah, looks like we'll have a throw in still.
Belchambers, but I thought you were right, Breno. You picked that one up.
We'll go to the arc. So we wait the ball in here now. Siggins and Gunther in the ruck. Ball got onto the shoe. The Bombers player. But now Lauderdale get it out of danger for the time being, and Hebe just managed to sneak it over the line for a boundary throw-in. We had the 4 goals kicked this term. Yeah, so we won't be too far away from the siren. Been a good quarter for Glenorchy. They started it well. Lauderdale worked themselves back into it, but they still hold that 2-goal buffer as we approach the first siren. McGuinness juggled it well as he held up. Glenorchy might have one last crack here. Big tackle from McGuinness though. Another ball up. A few stoppages this quarter, Roz.
Yeah, I think we've probably got to say another minute and a half maybe, especially if you're a Lauderdale player. You'd want to get one more goal just to bring that deficit back a bit as you head into the second quarter. As it comes out now, Hebe goes to number 8 in Reece Sutton. What a great kick there, though, by the Bombers. Hebe's here again. He knows how to find the footy, that man. He's got a tackle there applied by Matty Joseph. Again, well, another ball up as we hit the 27-minute mark. 21-9 is the scoreline here at KG5. This ball comes out now. The Bombers going to look to get this forward quickly. If they move this quick, they might be able to get another one on the board. That man's Lincoln Arnold. He gives it wide to Stanley. It's out in front. Good kick. Can he run onto it and get a good bounce? He can. Terrific bounce there for Stanley. Gets around him. Good play there by Ed Stanley. Kick there to number 11 in Luke Patton. He's going to kick just inside 50. Billy Roth almost had that. He tried to disguise it, but the umpire thought against it. And it's going to be a ball up as the Bombers can get a quick clearance here. Might be able to put one more on the board and drag this deficit back a little bit. Siggins and Deegan are going to contest this one. Siggins uses the body there. Deegan goes to ground. Comes out now. It's in the Lauderdale player's hands. He gets around one. It's play on, says the umpire. He got disposed of it correctly. Good mark taken. Play on. Gives it off to Belchambers, who just trips over his own feet there with pressure applied by Daly. And the Magpies going to get out of danger now. Cleared it to the half-forward line for them. Gunther applies pressure. Good pressure there by the big man. So, might have been the last chance in this first quarter for the Bombers.
Yeah, can't be too long left here. 2-goal margin. 28.5 gone. breezy here at KG5. You can see the sponsors' signs there flapping in the background. And the little plants as well. And that kick is going to flirt with the boundary. It's bouncing in now. It's gone over eventually. A boundary throw in. See the Bev show here this afternoon. Tuesday nights, I think now.
Yep.
Isn't it, Ross?
Yeah, change of nightmare for the Bev show. He's a man in high demand. He's had to swap nights on his Facebook live stream. No doubt plenty of TSL live stream watchers also tuned into the Bev show.
I know you do. I see you pop up with a few questions.
Not too sure about that, Bruno.
The ball goes to ground.
I'm a busy man.
And there's the siren. So there is quarter time. And it is Glenorchy leading this one 21-19 at quarter time. He said they raced out of the blocks. Got the first couple. And then the Bombers scored 1-2 through your man, Roz, Hodnitsky.
Hodnitsky, yep. I think we did see, I think you called it goal of the day, Bruno, but I think you undersold it a fair bit on your man, Cowdaly. Kicks probably goal of the year so far in the TSL in 2021. He kicked 2 in that first quarter, and that second one was...
Well, unlike you, I haven't been to every game this year, so
right.
I can't just pinpoint one goal. So
I think I've missed a couple, but I'm going to put the big call on Cowdaly. And he's kicked goal of the year for me so far in the 2021
Wasn't
season.
bad. Wasn't too bad, was it? We'll take a quick break here from KG5. Back with second quarter action soon on the live stream. Welcome back to KG5 in Glenorchy, Tasmania. Round 10 TSL action on a Saturday afternoon. It's the Magpies, 21 leading the Bombers 9. Too far away from the start in the second term. Ryan Rosedale was alongside me, Brent Costello, for this one. And what did you make of the first term, Ros?
Yeah, it was dominated early by the Magpies, kicked the opening 3, and then the Bombers were able to work their way back into that contest late through their usual suspects. I thought Siggins was really good in the ruck, and Phil Bell-Chambers worked his way into the game there pretty well in his first game for the year. So, yeah, the Bombers will be probably happy, Dan Willing will be pretty happy with that last probably 10 to 15 minutes, but that first probably 5 to 10, they'd be pretty worried about that. How obviously the Magpies weren't able to get clean entry inside 50, but when it went inside 50, their forwards were able to get on top. So I'm sure that'll be the message from Dan Willing. If his defenders can lock down a bit in this second quarter and they can wrestle some momentum back their way, they'll give themselves a chance to go into half-time looking with the scoreboard looking a little different and in their favour.
We said a couple of other ripping games on this afternoon around the state. Twin Ovals. We've got the Tigers hosting Launceston, and at UTAS Stadium, North Launceston hosting Clarence, and North Hobart, of course, has the bye. If we look at the ladder, Launceston still obviously on top, a whopping percentage of 246, 24 points on the board. We've got a game in hand to the Blues. North Lonnie second, they're on 24 points, as is Clarence. So an important game, that one at UTAS, and especially if the Tigers can get up to it, the Twin Ovals, that makes it really tight.
Top 4 this year, I'm saying, or back to a top 5?
Top 4?
Top 4.
I'm sure it hasn't changed back, yeah. So it was obviously a top 4 last year, and I think that's the way you need to go in this 7-team competition.
Yep.
And you'd think they're pretty much locked in the top 4, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
it's going to be hard for these other teams now to get in, you would think. Although if Glenorchy win today, it takes them to 3 wins, and say the Tigers do lose that one against Launceston, they're on 5, so it does tend to tighten up a little bit, and as you said, a long way to go this season, so you'd be silly to write anyone off at this stage, but this game really is a crucial one this afternoon for both of these teams, that's for sure.
Especially for the Bombers, they'd had that win early against Clarence down at Skybus Oval round 1, and then they had that horror run of form in the middle part of the year, and they looked really good last week against the Tigers at home. Obviously, as Breno just mentioned, the Tigers have been one of the informed teams of the comp so far this year. And if it wasn't for a late goal late in the fourth quarter into time on, it would have been their second win of the year for the Bombers. So it was heartbreak last week. So if they can take the form that they showed last week into today, they might be able to flick the switch and get a result and get their second win of the year so far.
This quarter time break seems to have gone for an eternity. We're not too far away now, obviously, from a start here. Windy conditions at KG5. Cold old day in Hobart Town. And the ball goes held aloft in the air. And we're ready for a start here in quarter number 2. On Saturday afternoon footy. Signals was there, Camrick as well. Franklin out the back, gets control of the footy. Handball's over the top to the running Heavey. Collects it. And now they're away here. The Bombers through Tilly. Throws it on the boot to the paint of 50, just inside. Bombers still have it. Deegan. Glenorchy work it to their advantage. The ball spills to ground. Still alive though. Siggins, little toe poke, high kick in the air. Big punch away from Deegan. Little tunnel handball out. And free kick being paid here. Going the way of Glenorchy. So it's Blowfield. Spots a target out wide in Nicholson. There's big tackle though from Heavey, and he's called a throw. So Heavey now. His kick lands in the hands of Tilly again. Looking for an option. Decides to centre the footy and finds a target in Ed Stanley. Playing TSL footy this year, which is good to see. Goes to the paint at 50, but that's gone straight down the throat of Dom Brown. There of Ben, of course, and wearing the same number as his brother. Kick now. Comes to us here in front of the commentary position, Nicholson. And now there's a chance here for Daniel Joseph to go long inside 50. Decides to go a little wider than he'd like, and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, that pressure late there from the Lauderdale player was good. It made Joseph question his decision there, and he had to go to the second option and go towards the boundary there. So looked like the Magpies were out, but good bit of pressure there by the Bombers as they're going to look to hold control in this first quarter, which is what they couldn't in the second quarter. Sorry, what they couldn't do in the first early. So Siggins and Gunther contest this one. Siggins wins it down. Looks to get it out to a teammate, but he's set upon by two Magpies and the boundary line's beaten them all. I think the umpire's called a free kick here, so it's going to go to Nat Franklin. He kicks inside to Stanley. It's a good start to this game, Ed Stanley. Tried to get a 50 there, the umpire disagreed. He kicks to the commentary side of KG5, looks for Reece Sutton. He can't take it, but it's a good follow-up there by a teammate. Harry Richmond gets it. He gives it back to Sutton. He's going to try to get it over to Richmond, but he was too far away for that handball. It's come out now to Benny Camrick. Good smother there by the Lauderdale player, number 24, in at Nat Franklin. It's come out now, though. Gunther's there, set upon by two. Good bit of body pressure there by the Bombers. Not a great kick there. It's an up and under. It's falling in the lap of Phil Bell Chambers. Hasn't taken the mark, though. Daly's there for the Magpies. Kick out now for the Bombers. Sutton's there. He's taken the mark in front of the big man, Deegan. He's going to look for an option. He's got a player back in defence. He doesn't elect to go there. He elects to go up the line. Good mark there taken by Harry Richmond. One of my favourites to watch in the TSL. Had a really good start to the year last year. Drifted a bit this year, but he's always a marking target for the Bombers. He kicks up the line. Ground ball here. Good handball there and in front of Sam Tilley. He runs onto it. Set upon, though, by a few Magpies. Walsh is there for support. He's in trouble now, Blowfield. That ball's going to trickle out of bounds. Area to get up, Blowfield. There's players down behind play here. Something underward there.
Ross Walsh.
Didn't quite see what he copped, but must have been something pretty underward if Bryce Walsh stays on the ground. He's a tough soldier. He's a former skipper. The free kick's been plucked out of this one by the umpire for the Magpies. Ball comes up the wing. Siggins can't take the mark. Gunther's going to get this footy. Deegan just applies a bit of body pressure. Shane Mumford and drops his opponent with a clean bump. As Deegan fights on the ground now with Nat Franklin. So the ball goes up. But we still see Harrison Gunther there. It looks like he's going to spend the majority of his game inside 50 at the opposite end of the ground as a forward today. So good to see him take a few strong grabs and get himself on the board. He kicked one out on the full in the first and kicked it behind, so if he can get his kicking boots on.
After a fast start here by Glenorchy, goals have become a premium in this game. Only had the 4 kicks so far. He had 2 really early on, or 3 even really early on, and not much since, so might be a low-scoring scrap here this afternoon. A few tensions boiling over, aren't they?
Always a bit of a fiery clash when you get these two sides against each other. But
so Deegan and Siggins will go to battle again. No one really got use of it. Siggins got it back though. Handball out. Tackle on geared. Umpire lets it all go. Earl Chambers, he's caught up with it now, and the ball up will take place. 5 minutes gone in this second term at KG5. Up it goes again. Deegan just leapt a little too early there. Siggins. Now Tilley has got some space to work with here. Decides to go to the pocket. Nice mark by Richmond on the run. And he'll go back and have a look now. Tough angle, the Dom Sheed pocket here.
Bit of the Eagles supporter coming out in here there, Bruno.
Got to be good to kick him from here, Roz. Saw that in 2018. But Harry Richmond, he's a star of the competition. No doubt about that. And he wanders. Has a look at the goals. It goes across the face. A nice grab, though, taken by Josh McGuinness. Skipper back in the team. Wheels around, pops it straight through the middle, and Lauderdale's back in town here at KG5.
Terrific work there from Harry Richmond. I'm going to put that down as an assist there for the big man. Terrific pass there. Centre ball to Joshy McGuinness, and waste no time and wheels around and kicks a goal. He's played a fair bit of the year so far. Obviously, last week he missed through concussion, but the games he has played, we've seen him play predominantly forward and through the midfield, whereas under previous coach Darren Winter, he was a running half back and collected a lot of footy off the back line. So when you got a guy like McGuinness and also another one you see there, Sam Siggins in the ruck, that are these really utility type players that you can put them anywhere on the ground and they seem to perform every week. It's a huge bonus for the new coach in Dan Willing. So we now sit at a scoreline of 3-3-21, Glenorchy to 2-3-15, Lauderdale. 7 minutes gone. The ball up, a bounce in the middle again. It's going to go to the advantage of Siggins. He wins it down, but it's going to go straight to John Geard. He can't collect the footy though. Good tackle again by Siggins. Holding the ball, says the umpire. So you love to see that follow up by the big man. So he gives off to Stanley. He's going to kick inside 50 now. Glenorchy players there, Blowfield. Richmond comes from over the back though. Good spoil there. Kick out now by the Magpies defender. It's going to go in front of Joseph, but it trickles towards Daly. He can't take it. So Bombers get it out now. Walsh can't get boot to ball. Comes to Geard. He's going to give over now to a teammate who gets his boot to ball. Not a long kick though. McGuinness is there for the Bombers. So it's number 23. That's one of the Dilger brothers in Matthew. I think we'll get a ball in now just on the half forward line for the Magpies. It's been all Lauderdale so far in this second quarter. As the ball comes in, Siggins wins that one down. Man in front, well played. Kick out now by the Bombers. Mark almost taken there by Glenorchy. They can't take it though. Sutton's going to follow up. Sorry, Jared Westall's going to follow up there. Kick in now to Richie Dilger. He kicks inside the paint of 50 to Matty Joseph. He takes a good mark. Probably too far out. With a prolific goal scorer. He gives a short option to Gunther. Oh. Can't take the mark, the big man. He's been so lively, Harrison Gunther. So Bombers clear this one out now. Richmond's the man in front of Bester. He works that one well to Harry Richmond. Kicks inside to Sam Tilley. He takes it on the second grab. Gives off immediately to Joshy McGuinness. He kicks wider. Looking for number 11 in Luke Patton. He gives a handball off. Josh McGuinness gives it back to Patton. He's going to get a kick away now. He teeters with that boundary line. Good mark taken there by the Lauderdale player. It might have been Hodonski. Good spoil there. It's going to fall into Geard's lap. He gives it off. Can't get a good kick off there. The Magpies player in Brown. That ball's trickled out of bounds for a throw in.
Nice loud crowd here at KG5 this afternoon. And getting involved. As you said, those two teams had a really good rivalry over the journey. Maybe not as big as some of the ones getting around, like your Clarence Lauderdale or your Glenorchy Clarence, but certainly they've had some cracking contests. Walsh, and he's been taken high there, has he?
Holding the ball, I think.
Holding the ball.
It's probably 50. No, says the umpire.
Anyway, Glenorchy end up with the footy. It's my man, Cal Daly. Centres the footy inside the centre square. Mark taken by Blowfield. Pushes it to the wing. Mark taken, nicely done from Isaac Manson. And now they're away. Daniel Joseph goes inside 50. Great Mark kick on the lead. Ben Camrick. She's a star, this man. Love watching him go about it.
That kick there from Joseph, I think, was just as good. It's fair to say he's one of the best kicks in the comp. That
no
was
doubt.
lace out in front. Benny Camrick did not have to break stride there.
You see the trees in the background here. Quite windy at KG5. Can he work it, Ben Camrick, and slot it through the middle? Let's have a look at what he's got for us. Kick goes across the face and goes through for a minor score. So Glenorchy extend their lead to 7 points now. 10 minutes gone, opening term. Saturday afternoon football.
And Stanley now. So bring this one to the far side of KGV Oval. Kicks out looking for Harry Richmond. Good mark over the back by Richmond. Can't get that handball off. He wanted Walsh, but good there by Bester to hold him up. So Richmond is going to kick this one up the line. It looks like he is. So long thumping kick there from Harry Richmond. Looks for Nat Franklin. He can't take the mark. Good play here by the Magpies. They've got the numbers around this footy. Good tackle there by Bryce Walsh. They get it out though, the Magpies. Might have been a high tackle there. Play on, says the umpire. The ball up. I think there might have been Camrick on the bottom of that pack. The free there, but the umpire disagreed. So we'll get a ball up here as we tick into almost 12 minutes gone in this second quarter. Richmond takes the ruck that time. Doesn't win the tap down against Turner. Get another ball up. Bryce Walsh on the bottom of that pack is a regular sight if you're a Bombers supporter. Richmond will contest again. Looks like the Magpies. Great tackle there on Callan Daly. I think that might have been Bryce Walsh. It was. Terrific tackle. He might have been rewarded. He is. So after he copped a tackle from Cow Daly a few minutes earlier, he's returned the favour there, Bryce Walsh. Now 1 for 1 so far in this second quarter. There's Walsh now. High ball towards Sam Tilley. Almost took a nice little grab over the back, but he couldn't quite bring that one down. Comes out now to a Magpies player, but the ball's going to trickle over to Rolfe. He gets tackled without it. The umpire says play on. Blowfield's there for the Magpies. Good sit under that one. Couldn't take the mark though. Dilger's there. He gets a quick handball away. Tried to give it off to Gear, but the ball didn't quite reach his desired target. He'll get another ball up. Pretty contested game in this second quarter so far, Bruno.
Early stages of the game at the Twin Ovals, an important game this afternoon. It's Launceston leading the Tigers 2-3-15 to 1-1-7. So, as I said early on in that game, but an early advantage for the reigning premiers. Launceston, as Lauderdale try and work the footy to their advantage. Walsh now tries to find a target inside their attacking 50. And a ball up. No score yet out of the Clarence North Launceston game at UTAS. We'll keep you posted on that though through the afternoon. Another important game as far as the ladder goes, and even confidence building too ahead of the finals. Still a while away from that, but these are the games you want to win against the teams around you on the ladder. Lauderdale now. Bryce Walsh has a look. No mark taken. Spills out the back, and now can they have a look at it now through Siggins? It's a spot where Cow Daly kicked goal of the year at the start of the game. Heavey, big tackle from Manson. And Glenorchy will get the free kick. It was a great tackle from the young man. 14 minutes gone, second quarter. 7-point lead to the home team. Lauderdale seem to have had more of the footy, but they just haven't been able to capitalise on the scoreboard as yet. Richmond now, a long way from home. Drives it in. Anybody home for Lauderdale? Siggins chases after it. It was almost going to bounce out the back there to Lincoln Arnold, but in the end, the umpire will have it.
Siggins is, just as we spoke about, taking that number 1 rock roll with the absence of Hayden Smith and coming off a Alistair Lynch medal last year, so he's back to his best in 2021. As it comes out now, the Bombers kick this forward.
That was an interesting kick.
Yeah, not a good kick there by Hadonski. So get another kick in now through Blowfield.
Hodonowski, Roz.
Hodonowski. I'll practice that at half time and it'll be spot on in the second half, Breno. It's a terrific name. I'm not a fan of those last names that are a bit hard to pronounce. I like the old Walshes or the Siggins or the Browns. They're the ones I like. Didn't really excel in English at school, that's for sure. As the ball comes back in now, as we get a throw up, 15 and a half minutes gone in the second quarter. Deegan wins that one down, and it goes down the throat of Billy Rolfe. He kicks inside 50 now, looking for Siggins over the back with one hand.
What a crab.
Sammy Siggins kicked a goal on this angle last year up at UTAS Stadium, so now he can kick these, and it's fair to say he's right where Cow Daly kicked his in the first, so Sam Siggins dragged this one back. He comes around now, Sam Siggins. It doesn't look good off the boot. He didn't really put enough on that one, enough height and distance. It's gone down the throat of Blowfield, so he'll bring this one out now. Goes to the far side of KG5. Deegan over the back, can't take the mark. Sutton's there, tries to find a teammate, but he's set upon by 2 Magpies immediately. Daly was one of them. He gets the footy now. Short kick into Deegan. Not 15, says the umpire. Play on. Not a good handball by the big man. Good follow-up, though, but Bell Chambers has got it now for the Bombers. He gives off to Heavey. He gives out to Sutton. High kick inside 50, looking for the man in front. He's found him. I think it's Patton. It is. So Luke Patton now. He'll be on the paint of 50. Not sure he's got the distance from here, but he looks like he might test himself. Setting up for goal now. So he comes around, umpire says play on. He's kicked that one to the top of the square. Some tall targets there over the back. I think that might have been Tilly. Could have even been Joseph or the Magpies. Almost saw goal of the year so far in the first quarter. We almost saw mark of the year there. Siggins and Gear go up. Siggins with the height advantage there. Gets it down to Walsh. He's set upon though by Blowfield. We'll get another ball up. It's been hot and contested in the second quarter, and neither team's been really able to wrestle some scoreboard momentum their way. Siggins in the ruck again. Walsh is on the ground with that footy. The umpire getting his work cut out for him today. Another ball up.
Real low scoring affair here at KG5. No team can break away. Anyone's game. It's up for grabs at the moment. Joseph did some ruck work there. And now Lauderdale have a look at the goal. It's across the face though. Get across the face. In fact, out of bounds on the full. So Glenorchy will bring it back in. Goals at a premium right now. Camrick brings it in from the back line. Siggins flies from behind, but again, it will go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in as we approach time on in this second term. Earlier start today, 1:30 start here at KG5. I like the earlier starts at Glenorchy.
Don't mind them.
Ball back in. Deegan got first use. Now what can the Bombers do? Raglione, he loads up. It's going to hug the boundary. Walsh back with the flight, but out of bounds again. Sydney with the early advantage in the AFL over St Kilda this afternoon. Just 3 games in the AFL. I don't like these bye rounds too much, Ryan.
No, not a fan, especially when it comes to my tipping, and I'm trying to make up some points in the middle part of the season.
Deegan, big smack down, but only as far as Sutton, who bangs it inside, but straight out of bounds on the full. So it'll be Brown now. Looks like his brother, doesn't he?
Yep, spitting image of.
They all look the same, the boys, actually.
Yep.
To be fair.
3 or 4 of the brothers?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Well, we've got Cam, who plays basketball for the Northwest Thunder. They're in action tonight against the Hobart Chargers. So looking forward to watching the Tasmanian Intrastate Derby tonight in the B-Ball. Glenorchy, they're away here now. Camrick has a bounce on the far wing, has a second bounce. Handballs to a teammate, Simpson. And now Camrick gets it back, goes inside 50. What's he got on offer? Not much. It's a boundary, out of bounds on the full. So a rare mistake from Benny Camrick. It's Josh McGuinness forced to hop the fence.
Did everything right there, Benny Camrick. We know how good of a player he is. Obviously missed a large chunk of footy last year. It's good to see him back out, straighting his stuff on KG5. As Josh McGuinness brings his footy back in now. He kicks up the line. Looks for a tall target over the back in Siggins. He can't take a mark. It comes to the advantage of John Geard. He gives off to number 24 in Luke Nicholson. He kicks forward. It's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw in. So we just hit over the 20-minute mark of this second quarter. It's flown by, considering we haven't been able to put a goal on the board for either side. So we sit at 3-4-22 to 2-3-15.
If you're just joining us too, a couple of late changes for Glenorchy this afternoon. Darian White, their marquee recruit at KG5 over the summer. He's a late out, as was Josh Meredith. And we saw Chris McKnight and Tyson Stacey come in to the final team. And Lauderdale entered the game as named on Thursday night. And of course, Phil Bellchambers a part of this team this afternoon, as we mentioned earlier. Been playing over as the wind picks up here at Glenorchy. Prize for holding the footy from Reece Sutton, but umpire says, I'll have it, boys.
Bit of a handstand there by Don Brown.
So 7-point margin. No one can break away cleanly here and take control of this game. It's a real scrap at the moment as Deegan throws it on the boot, and that's going to have a bounce before it goes out of bounds as well. So not the most entertaining spectacle so far. Except there was that highlight of Cal Daly in the first term. Back-to-back goals quickly, but the second was an absolute beauty. Make the ball in again.
You want to BOG last time these two teams played at
Yeah, he
KG5.
kicked a few, didn't he?
Kicked a few,
3 or 4, was it?
Yeah, he likes playing against the Bombers.
He does indeed. Siggins and Deegan again. Camrick just got a little toe on it. Now going to go to the top of the square here for the Magpies. Gunther couldn't take the mark. It spills out the back. Joseph was there lurking. Brown tried to get boot to ball. And they do in the end, the Magpies, a goal. So they needed that. And Dilger slots it for the home team.
Of the Matthew variety there. Matty Dilger.
So a much needed goal. It's been a long time coming, Ryan.
Yep. Yeah, not a goal since the first quarter, and what are we, 22 minutes into this second one, so took a while after the Magpies kicked, I think 2 within the first 5 minutes in the first, so took their time in this second quarter, but they extend that lead now to 4-4-28 to 2-3-15, so Coach Paul Kennedy will be pretty pleased with the start here from his troops on their home deck. As we're approaching time on here in the second quarter, if you're a Lauderdale supporter watching along on the live stream, or if you're at the ground, you'd be hoping for your team's sake they can wrestle back some scoreboard momentum in the last few stages of this second quarter, head into half-time with some confidence. As it comes out to Nat Franklin, he gives off to a teammate who kicks forward now. Good attempted a mark there by Blowfield. He can't take it cleanly though. Kick out now, it's come out wide. Good tackle there applied by Billy Rolfe. Good inclusion today, one of the inclusions for the season so far for the Bombers. He lost Joseph Salmon a few weeks ago, headed back home. So Billy Rolfe's back in today. Kick out now for the Bombers. Can't get a clean possession there. Set upon a tackle up. So as we said, both of these teams probably not having the year they would have wanted so far. Glenorchy just the 2 wins, Lauderdale the 1. So important clash for both sides today as Sutton gets that footy forward. It's not going to go to the advantage of a teammate though. We go out for a boundary throw in. See the crowd there on the steps at KG5. Good to see some supporters out today, braving the cold weather.
Easy to sit at home on a day like today, isn't it?
It is,
you're right. See people rugged up there on the concrete steps. Deegan fists it. They work it out here, Glenorchy. Still alive. Eventually out of bounds. No, it's still in play, and Stanley, I think it was, got it inside 50. Handball over the top. Chance here now for Lauderdale to get one back on the Magpies. Brown, though, does well in defence. Ball got caught up, though, momentarily, and just dive all over it. We'll have another ball up here. 25 minutes almost gone. So it won't be a long quarter, just a 1-goal kicked here. So the siren won't be too far away. Can the Bombers sneak one before half-time? Again, it goes to ground. 28 plays, 15, 4-4 to 2-3. Up it goes. Deegan had it all to himself. Going up with it though. Kenny tried to get boot to it. And now Glenorchy momentarily get it out of danger. Siggins though, all class. Raglione gets his footy back in the end. And get it back for a third time. Glenorchy stopped that in its tracks. Little tunnel ball out from Stanley. And Geared does the big wrap-up tackle. Another ball up.
Time on now here in the second. Ball goes up. Siggins wins that down, gets his own boot to the ball. But it's coming out now to Dilger. He kicks forward. It's all going to be Josh McGuinness here. He's going to have time to mop this footy up. If it bounces correctly for him, it does. He's all class, this man, Josh McGuinness. Can't head in the Bombers' back 50. We're going to bring this into that back 50 now. Free man there is Stanley. He plays on. Got Joseph Geared, sorry for company there. There's Joseph. He set upon, tried to apply the pressure there. It was a good attempt, but the mark was taken. So the Bombers are going to switch this to the commentary side of KG5. McGuinness has got the footy now. He brings up the line. And in front there's Heavey. He plays on immediately. He kicks, teases that boundary line. Good cut-off mark there by Blowfield. He's had a good start to this game. There's Nathan Blowfield. And I think the siren's blown there for the end of the second quarter. It has. So it's a Glenorchy lead here at half-time at the long break, 4-4, 28 to 2-3, 15. We saw an early goal to Josh McGuinness in that second quarter before the Magpies got one back late. Brent Costello, if you're a Magpies player and Coach Paul Kennedy, you'd probably be pretty happy with that start.
Yeah, he would be. Absolutely. It was a real scrap there in the second quarter, wasn't it? Goals hard to come by. We saw that one goal, though, to Glenorchy, and just, as you said, extended that lead, Ros, to 13 points at the major break. So both teams will go and assess where they're at. And I still think Lauderdale won't discount themselves out of this game whatsoever. They've been right in it, but they just haven't been able to hit the scoreboard. Neither team has. There you have it on the screen. 28 plays, 15 at half time. We'll be back with more on the live stream in about 20 minutes' time.
Yeah, I got a blister on my ear from my phone there also.
Welcome back to King George V Oval here in Glenorchy for the second half of this afternoon's round 10 clash between Glenorchy and Lauderdale. And it is the Magpies leading this one at the moment by 13 points. Here's Ryan Rosendale to get us underway in the second half.
Deegan and Siggins go up. No one wins that footy down, but it's come out now to a Glenorchy midfielder. He kicks forward. Bill Chambers is there. Sorry, that was Stanley. Rolf's on the ground, but the whistle's being blown by the umpire. Free kick's going to be paid to the Bombers. Quick handball off to Walsh. Copped a bit behind play, did the Lauderdale player from Daly. Put the shepherd on. As Heavey gets it out, now he's set up on by two Magpies. Good tackle there by Bill Chambers on Brady Simpson. Holding the ball, says the umpire. So good to see this man back in the Lauderdale outfit. Siggins gets this one off now from Stanley. Works his way through traffic. Ball smothered though by Simpson. Comes back out to Bill Chambers. Gives off to Franklin. His kick's smothered, but it gets forward enough to the advantage of the Bombers. Ground ball here. Three Magpies set upon him. Might have been a high tackle, but the umpire says, I'll have it. As we said, the opening 10 to 15 minutes of the first was controlled by the Magpies, and then they were able to work their way back in the game in that second quarter. 2 goals kicked in that term. Comes out now to Joseph, just gets through 2 opponents, and he says, I'll take the footy with me, thank you. He gets a kick up to the commentary side of KG5. Joseph's there. Tries to help a teammate. Good, smart play there by Matty Joseph. Saw himself free out the back. Kicks inside 15 out of Dilger. He plays on immediately. He's on a kick towards goal. Can he put it through the sticks? He has. So he's put through his second, and the Magpies get there first to the second half.
Well, it's another fast start from Glenorchy, isn't it? We saw this in the opening term. Kicked 3 quick goals, and they've done the same here to start in the third quarter. So they'll be really happy with that start, especially given goals were at such a premium in that second term. It took ages to...
2 kicks.
Yeah, so a really nice start now for the Magpies. They've extended their lead to 19 points, and probably the biggest lead of the game,
yep,
I dare say, without checking my facts. But comfortable position now. Lauderdale want to get a quick response here. So up it goes. Siggins and Deegan, we've seen them battling all afternoon. All coming through. Nicholson. All out the back now. Siggins gets the handball off to Rolf. Rolf just pops it up inside 50. Heavey will run onto the footy here. Can he get there first? He can. Looks behind. No one there. Has a look from the boundary. And he's missed the lot, Alex Heavey. Looked like he knew what he was doing there, but unfortunately didn't work out in his favour. You see Blowfield collect the footy from behind the fence. Glenorchy now a chance to reset here. Mark goes straight through Ben Camrick. Sorry, the ball, I should say, not the mark. Siggins. Bell Chambers. Goes to the right forward pocket. Nice mark going back with the flight. Heavey. And he's collected in the end as well.
Got the knee in the back there. The contest. Tough soldier. He's not happy with the attention.
He's not getting up too quickly, is he, either? It's hurt him.
Tough soldier, Alex Heavey. So if he's down for the can, it's obviously taken a fair bit out of him. Fair to say the win was probably taken out of his sails there as he came down. Caught the knee in the back, didn't expect it. So interesting to see if he can take his kick, or Josh McGuinness might be the man that has the shot on goal. If it was me, I'd be trying to take the kick because just missed that one earlier, Alex Evie. So it looks like he's going to have a second shot on goal inside a minute.
Well, this would be a good response here if he can manage to slot it, but he's going to do it under duress here, Alex Evie. Copying one in the back there. What can he do? Wanders in, throws it on the boot. It's going to go to the top of the square, and it's a rush through in the end by Daniel Joseph. So that margin now cut back to 16 points.
Comes out now to Blowfield. He kicks up to the commentary side of the ground. Ball's going to trickle out here for Matty Joseph. Just threw that one back. Collected number 15, Oscar Shaw, in the Snows. So we sit at 5-4-34 to 2-4-16. 3-goal margin here at KG5, 18 points. So we hit the 5-minute mark in this third quarter. Comes out to Ben Camrick. He kicks forward. It's going to go out of bounds in front of both benches.
Quick update from UTAS Stadium. It's North Launceston. The really strong start against Clarence. 5-5-35 to 1-2-8 at the start of the second quarter. So 10 scoring shots to 3. All North Launceston so far in that one.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a repeat to last time. Clarence obviously got the win, but they came home late and they played at Bunsen Arena. So I'll be hoping for a similar result with Gemma Reveley's men, as Harrison Gunther has taken the mark inside 50 for the Magpies, and he'll get, I think, his third shot on goal for the game. Kick one out on the full and a behind in the first quarter. So straight in front now. Hopefully he can put this one through for the Magpies.
Tightened up at the Twin Ovals as well. Only 3 points in it now. Launceston holding a slender 3-point lead against the Tigers.
Terrific day of TSL footy wherever you are at the ground or watching along on the live stream. Harrison Gunther now comes in. Defender turned forward for today. Can he put through his first? I think he has. Harrison Gunther, he made it. Hard work of it, but the umpire says it's through the big sticks. And Harrison Gunther extends Glenorchy's lead to 4 goals.
Yeah, good from him. Remember that one? Was it the first? Or it must have been the first quarter.
Yeah,
he
out on the full.
Must have hit the side of his boot by accident. Good response though from him, and that just extends the Magpies' lead even for this, definitely the highest lead of the game now. 24 points.
See him back in the Magpies outfit. He's played a fair bit of the season for North Melbourne's VFL side and has not looked out of place one bit. As Bruno mentioned, he nominated for the mid-season draft during the week. Unlucky not to get picked up, so I'm sure recruiters will be keeping a close eye on him for the back end of the season, whether that be in Glenorchy or North Melbourne colours. Ball comes back up now. Siggins with a tap over the back, goes down to Camrick. He kicks around the body, goes forward looking for Daly. Doesn't get to him. Good play there by Tilly. He gets it to Ed Stanley. He gives it across to Josh Williams. Tackle applied there by the Bombers. Get a ball up here. Tipped over into 7 minutes into the third quarter. So that lead now out to 4 goals. 6-4-40 to 2-4-16. Biggest one of the game so far for the Magpies. This was being blown. No. Yes, it has. So free kick in the middle of the ground to Harry Richmond. Siggins is there, wants a handball. Looks to kick this one long inside 50. So thumping boot there from Harry Richmond. Good play there by, I think the man was Luke Patton, it was. Walsh just copped a fair bit there, and he's copped another one. Probably just a bit silly there from Benny Camrick when you're inside 50. And Bryce Walsh is going to get a free kick. And his first shot on goal for the day for him. You can see there, he's disappointed with himself, Benny Camrick. Just a bit of a brain fade there.
Crowd getting involved here at KG5 as well, behind the scenes. Need this one, as it would be an understatement to say that, Ryan.
Yeah, understatement of the day, Breno. They need this one to just drag that back to 3 goals and keep them within striking distance in this game. It's Bryce Walsh back in today from injury last week. Former skipper, he was a skipper for a long time on this side, Bryce Walsh. I think he's kicked it, he has. So the Bombers get one back. It's back to 18 points here at KG5, and Bryce Walsh has put through his first of the day.
Well, it might be the spark they need, the Bombers. And I'm just glad there's some goals being kicked after a pretty lacklustre second term. Both teams have come out and hit the score sheet now, which is good to see, and cuts the lead back now to 3 straight goals. But Bryce Walsh, as you say, back in the team. He's had his fair share of injuries over the journey too, Bryce Walsh. So great to see him back out there this afternoon. So we wait the ball up. Umpire slams it into the turf here at KG5. Spills out the back, geared. Stacks on now. Oh, the ball stays alive though. Here's Camrick. So Silky Smooth gets out of trouble, geared. And now they're away, the Magpies. Inside 50, no real target though. And the ball dribbles out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So approaching 10-minute mark here in the third quarter. Premiership quarter, of course, as they say. And the Glenorchy attacking into the ground here at KG5. Siggins just pushed it out. McGuinness, handball back to Siggins, reigning best and fairest in the league, of course. The Alistair Lynch medalist last year in the shortened TSL season. COVID disrupted. So Lauderdale have it in the centre of the footy. End up going up the line. Mark not taken by Joseph out the back. It was Kenny, was it, run down with the footy? It was, so Glenorchy will get the kick here now. Lowfield has been good this afternoon.
Yeah, he has.
Once he got on offer. Goes to the wing. Players fly, but it comes out the back and kick goes forward through Suki. Bouncing footy. Handball. McGuinness. Just so good. Josh McGuinness. Now Walsh from the paint of 50. Bryce Walsh spots a target. Mark not taken. And again, another boundary throw-in.
Caught it there, Bruno. That was a great handball there by Josh McGuinness. He was slung around in the tackle, and most players wouldn't know what to do in that situation, but he's had experience at the elite level when he was drafted to Brisbane all those years ago. So
still got that look about him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That you see with AFL players.
He doesn't look out of place
class above
at all. I reckon if he slotted into a VFL or a CM4 or a waffle system, even in an AFL system, I'm sure he'd get a decent second crack at it. Josh McGuinness, he's a star of this competition. The ball's come inside, just outside 50 now. It's Billy Rolfs taking a mark. He gives off a handball to a teammate. I think it was Sutton or Franklin. One of those wingers for the Bombers. So coming out now, McGuinness is there, but it's going to go to the advantage of Bester. He gives to Geared. Geared kicks outside 50 now, out of bounds on the full.
Seen a few of those this afternoon, haven't we?
We have, yep. Spot on, Breno. So Billy Ruffle will be the man to bring this one back into play. So he was lively when these two teams played in round 3. He was at inside 50 target, and we'll put the Mickey on him there because that one's gone out of bounds on the full. So hopefully it's not third time unlucky here for Glenorchy. It's a smart option to bring it away from that boundary line, but he's teetering with danger. It looks better than the last 2 kicks, it does. Come up the wing, Rolf's there for the Bombers. He gives off to number 18 in Tane Suki. He kicks up the line now. Siggins is there, can't take it, but he gets a kick off the ground inside 50. It's come directly back out now. Good spoil there by Gunther. Tackle applied without the footy over there. Wrestling behind the play, the 2 players. Keep an eye on that one. They're still into it off the ball. Separating now as the ball comes out to the commentary side of the ground. It's a bit of a floater there. Walsh came in late, tried to take a mark, couldn't get his hands on it. Comes out now to number 30 in Lincoln Arnold. He tried to find Siggins, couldn't get to him. A play here by the Magpies, but good tackle pressure from the Bombers. Stanley might have been taken high there, I think he has been. I think it's a free kick to Ed Stanley. It is. So he's been serviceable today for the Bombers. So he kicks inside 50 now, looking for a teammate over the top. I think that was Daniel Joseph. Spoiler of the season. Put his 2 good hands on it.
You've thrown out some awards today, Ross.
I have.
Goal of the year, spoil of the year.
I'll make the big calls, Breno. I stand by Cow Daly's goal in the first quarter. If I'd have been able to kick one of them, I'd be a pretty happy man. As Patton brings this one inside 50 now. It's for a teammate. Can't find one. Walsh is there though. Set up on by 2. Good tackle there by the Glenorchy defenders.
So we're almost gone 14 minutes in this third term. Glenorchy 40. Lauderdale 22. Up it goes. Siggins trying to get control. McGuinness snap around the body. Don't tell me he's kicked that. Josh McGuinness, the skipper, kicks a wonderful goal for the Bombers, and that cuts the lead back to 2 goals now, and the Bombers are back in town again.
Look out, that's his second for the day. Josh McGuinness, and fair to say, that's his best out of the 2 of them. It's a terrific goal from the skipper of the Bombers, as we said, missed last week through concussion. Now that 12-day mandatory concussion has come into place. It's been seen in the AFL all year. It's in place now throughout Australia. So good to see him back out here today, and he's kicked 2 in the first 3 quarters, and we're back to a 12-point ball game.
Speaking of good ball games, Launceston leading 38-27 at half-time at the Twin Ovals. Dylan Riley has 2 goals for Launceston, so Tigers certainly mounting a challenge down there this afternoon. Here's Camrick bursting out of the middle at KG5, straight on the chest of his teammate Dilger. He'll go back and look now from about 35 metres out, directly in front.
That's Matty, so he'll be looking for his 3rd goal of the day.
Just explosive out of the middle there, Benny Camrick. It's a wonderful sight to see him, and he's up and going, that's for sure. So Matty Dilger. It's a nice high kick off the boot. It's good. Splits the middle, and Glenorchy get the quick response. Lead back out now to 3 goals.
Set up beautifully, Breno. Quick response there from the Magpies. Matty Dilger, he kicks his 3rd of the day. He's been lively in the forward 50 for the Magpies and extends that lead back out to the 18-point margin. So the Bombers, they look good there for that 5-minute patch there where Walsh kicked one followed by Josh McGuinness, and as they have done all day, the Magpies just are able to wrestle the momentum back in their favour ever so slightly. And they've led all game, and the Bombers haven't been able to get ahead on the scoreboard so far. This ball comes back up now. A great bounce by the umpire. It's going to be recalled. Camrick thought he might take that one on his own, but umpire says, I'll have it. So we're going to redo here. Looks to throw this one up. It's a lot better. Neither ruck can get a hand on it though. It comes down to Nat Franklin. He gets a kick away, but it goes straight down the throat of Joseph. He kicks inside to Deegan. Good kick there by Joseph. He gives off to Camrick. Good play here by the Magpies. He gets around one, takes a bounce. Kicks now inside 50, goes wide. No one's there. It's going to go out on the full, I think. Might have just bounced. So I think it's going to be a throw in. It is. He was looking for Harrison Gunther there, but wasn't able to get to him. So just ticked over 17 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. 3-goal lead to the Magpies. Ball comes in now. Siggins wins that one down. Blows up his own footy here, but it comes out to Dilger, the goal kicker. He kicks forward looking for Joseph. He can't take it. Oscar Shaw's a man with a footy. He kicks wide to Reece Sutton. Good spoil there. Ball beautifully. Kicked it out of there, Breno. So it comes out now. It's all Magpies here, but the player over the back. Oh, good blind turn there by Blowfield.
It's been good. We said it earlier.
Yes.
Blowfield. Joseph now works it forward. Camrick works into his favour. Is he run down? No, he gets away in time. Goes inside. Spills out the back. Gunther's there. So he goes on the boot and kicks a goal. Dilger was there on offer, but Harrison Gunther gets another for the Magpies, and this lead now extends out to 4 goals.
That's his 2nd of the day, and as we said, he's a man that's plied his trade primarily in defence throughout the early part of the season with the out today of Braden Webb. He's gone forward and he's looked lively. He's taken a few marks inside 50, kicked 2 goals. 2 goals, 1 and 1 out on the full. So Harrison Gunther, you know how highly rated he is by Coach Paul Kennedy. He's extended that lead now back to 4 goals after Lauderdale were able to cut it back to 2. So Magpies taking the ascendancy late in this third quarter. So we're going to get another ball up now. Deegan with the height advantage wins that one down. Comes out now to the Magpies. They kick forward. Good play there. Daly in the wrestle with Josh Williams. Good contest. Daly's got this one, but Williams is all over him. We're going to get a ball up inside 50. Deegan with the advantage again. He wins that one down, but it goes to Walsh. Kick out now by the Bombers. Lost that one in the air, did Rolfe, but he gets it now. Handball, great handball to Richmond. He gives back to Stanley. Daly, good tackle applied though. The Magpies might be on here to Deegan. Good smother there from the handball. We've got the numbers here to the Bombers, but it's Dilger. Good tackle by Oscar Shaw. Terrific tackle there by the long-haired defender. Matty Dilger looked like he was off there. But it was a picture-perfect tackle there from Oscar Shaw that stopped his momentum. Ball comes back into play now. Daly on the boundary. Don't tell me, Cullen. Daly! Just kicked that one out on the full. I thought he was on there. He kicked goal of the year.
You were trying to get the second goal of the year in the same game, Roz.
Yeah, I thought he was on there.
I like the build-up from you.
Yep. The call was above average, and the goal and the kick not so much there from young Kia Daly. But he's kicked goal of the year early in this game, so he's still a star in my book.
Manson there, just a little offline. And Lauderdale will bring it back out of defence. So can Lauderdale get another quick reply here to keep themselves in this game? Slowly getting away from them. Time on now in the third term. Pack forms and ball out the back again. Tilly dragged down by Brown. And we'll have another throw in. So Glenorchy, if they can win this afternoon, keeps them alive in 2021. A loss for Lauderdale is going to make it really tough, despite it only being early June, to make the finals, you'd think. Richmond into the ruck, just pushed it out and got the ball back in the end. Bell Chambers, handballs away. McGuinness kicked a wonderful goal earlier this quarter. Goes to the paint of 50. Good grab by the Magpies. Play on quickly. So they've got it now half back. Geared. It's been a ripping form this season for the Magpies. Speaking of ripping form, Harrison Gunther, last goal kicker. What's he got? Goes short in the end, but straight in the chest of Bryce Walsh. Rare mistake from Harrison Gunther. Walsh just tries to centre the footy. Does just that. Stanley told to play on. Walsh tried to dive onto it, but Glenorchy win it out in the end. Just outside the 50-metre arc. Stanley, Walsh throws it on the boot. Now Gunther. He goes wide. The umpire's blown the whistle here. It's coming back by the look of things. He's getting the free kick here.
Get off the play, I think.
Oh, a bit going on here.
Yeah. Walsh is in bowl.
And still
escalate pretty quickly.
Play goes on anyway. Up the other end of the ground. It's the best way to sort those things out. McGuinness now. What's he got on offer? Decides to centre the footy. Who's there for the Bombers? Punched away by Sutton.
Oh.
Siggins. Sutton. Nice work from the Bombers. Offline. It's good build-up. Not the finish they were after.
Spot on, Breno. That handball there from Siggins was absolutely beautiful.
Yep.
Just unable to finish there, Reece Sutton. So, imagine now 8-5, 53 to 4-5, 29. Back to 4 goals here for the Magpies. Kick comes up to the commentary side of KG5. 2 Bombers fly for it. Richmond was one of them. Ball comes on the deck now. So, approaching time on now in the third quarter. Lead at 4 goals for the Magpies. It's the highest it's been all game. Sat at 24 points a few times in this third quarter. Sutton tries to tackle on Geared. He's had a terrific season so far this year, John Geared, averaging 21.7 disposals. Ball comes out now. Came through there. Glenorchy played applying the pressure. It was number 14 in Isaac Manson. Come out now to Walsh though. He's been lively in this third quarter. Kicked the goal earlier in the term. Siggins is in front against Joseph. 2 stars of the game there. Siggins with a good tackle. Good follow-up there by the big man. Umpire calls for a ball up just inside the boundary line. 25 out from the Lauderdale goal. Can they get a late one here, the Bombers, to give themselves a sniff heading into the last quarter? Sits at 24 points at the moment. Siggins is wrapped up immediately. He's going nowhere. So another ball up here. Siggins in the ruck again. Joseph wins that one down. Comes out to Geared. Kelly's there for company. Puts him across the line. 30 seconds away from time on. It's been all Glenorchy in this quarter. They've kicked 4 goals to Lauderdale's 2. Comes out now. Magpies have it. Blowfield with the footy. He kicks up the line. It's going to be a foot race here. Dilger's got a good shepherd there, I should say, by Gunther. Followed by a good snare there from Shaw. Gunther's at the footy now. Good follow-up by the big man. It's kicked off the sprint. So good chase there by Gunther. Dilger also there earlier in that piece of play. Magpies are going to look to get this ball inside 50. Extend that lead in time on as we sit at 25 and a half minutes in this third quarter. Geared's there, so's Rolf. He gives to Walsh. Walsh kicks into the centre of the ground now. It's all the Magpies though. Drops the mark there, but good follow-up. He's got Don Brown for support, does Daniel Joseph. He kicks wide now to number 24 in Luke Nicholson. He kicks inside 50 now. It's a high footy. Who's under it? Gunther over the back though. Mark taken. Terrific one there to the Lauderdale defender, number 40 in Bodie Kingston. He kicks wide now to Reece Sutton. Brings it up to the wing. Mark not taken. Joseph's got it for the Magpies. He gives off to a teammate who kicks inside 50. Sutton drops a mark. Comes out to Ben Camrick. What can he do? Smart play. Team first decision there from Ben Camrick. He goes it to Simpson. One of these young Magpies will look for his first of the day.
In control now, Glenorchy, aren't they? Started the quarter really well. Lauderdale featured partway through, but they've really pushed this lead out now.
Brady Simpson, can he put through his first of the game late in this third quarter? Looks good off the boot. It's not going to make the distance though. It's punched over the line for a behind. Extends that lead to 25 points now. 8-6, 54, plays 4-5, 29.
Be a longish quarter this one. Seen plenty of goals kicked compared to a very quiet second term. Stanley brings it back into play for the Bombers. Quickly turned over though by Glenorchy. They go to the paint of 50 again, or not quite. Chili was under it. Walsh in there again, as he has been everywhere this quarter. Will kick along the ground. Siggins. He's got 3 opponents to beat, but does. Now Bell Chambers. Joseph tucks the footy under the arm. Bell Chambers again. Gets it out wide. Kick forward. Bouncing ball towards the boundary line. Out of bounds.
Good spoil there by Blowfield. He's been one of the better contributors today for the Magpies.
So 54-29. Magpies have asserted their authority on this game. 25-point lead now. The dying embers of the Premiership quarter here at KG5. Siggins been prominent all afternoon. Bell Chambers has the footy, got it away. Walsh steaming through. Siggins. And now onto the boot inside 50. Pack forms. No one could take the mark. Tackles wrapped up. Jared Westall there with the footy for Lauderdale. And umpire says, I'll have it.
Hard man to bring down.
He is indeed. Absolutely. Up it goes. Westall in the ruck. It spills out the back for Fergus. Kenny. It's in play still.
Jeez.
It's gone through.
Thought they might have hit the post and come back into play, but didn't see anything from the goal umpire and it's stayed in.
I'll tell you what, they might not be having the season they like on the field, Lauderdale, but they've upped their Instagram work over the off-season. Roz, and Fergus Kenny, I think, has been a big part of that. I think I've seen him on there in recent weeks. Umpires paid a free kick here. And it's going the way of Daniel Joseph by the look, is it?
Push out to the Glenorchy player, so it'll be their free kick either way. Glenorchy might get a touch in, he likes to throw that one.
It is Daniel Joseph. Can't be too long left here in the third quarter. Joseph pops it to the wing. No one there to collect it. It's going to trickle out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
29, just ticked over the 29-minute mark here in the third quarter. Longest one we've had so far in this game. The first quarter went for about 28, so we have seen each team kick a few goals in this third quarter. Glenorchy 4, Lauderdale 2, so 6 in total. Some time on the clock as Camrick kicks around the body, goes down the throat of Ed Stanley though. He's had a fair share of that football today, Ed Stanley. Williams is there, but he kicks this one up the line, does Stanley. There goes the siren to end the third quarter here at KG5, and we have a 25-point lead to the Magpies. They took control of the game in that third quarter, 4 goals to 2, and they currently lead this one 8-6, 54 to Lauderdale's 4-5, 29. Brent Costello.
Yeah, really stamped their authority. That term they showed their intent as soon as they came out after the halftime break and kicked a really early goal and didn't really look back from there. As we see players just being separated there. But yeah, Glenorchy going to be tough to beat from here, that's for sure, after a really good third quarter. We're back with the final turn for you shortly here on the live stream. That's currently the Magpies holding sway by 25 points over the Bombers.
at school and I kicked it and I went like that, but it looked like it was a drop kick. And we was just talking about how like he drop kicked that. How can you drop kick? I don't know. He said that? I don't know, I can't remember. But they're like 30 metres out. And I went like that and just kicked it to normally, you know?
Welcome back to KG5 here in Glenorchy, Tasmania. Final quarter action coming your way on the live stream this afternoon, with Glenorchy holding a 25-point advantage heading into the final term against Lauderdale. Brent Costello with you alongside Ryan Rosendale. Ros, big quarter that for Glenorchy.
Yeah, it was a huge quarter, Breno. They kicked 4 goals in that third quarter, so they're able to wrestle the momentum their way on the scoreboard and extend that lead out to, as you said, 25 points here at the start of the fourth quarter. So Lauderdale, if they're any chance in this game, they'll have to kick a few quick ones and get themselves within a striking distance late in this fourth quarter. So the ball's in play now, inside forward 50 for the Magpies. Joseph's there. He can't get a handball up to Dilger, but he gets the footy now. He gives it up to Joseph, who snaps around his body. Matty Joseph, I think it's going to hit the point post. It is. So that'll be out of bounds on the full.
It's almost another fast start there, wasn't it, for the Pies?
It was, yeah. Similar to that first quarter where they kicked 3 goals within 5 to 10 minutes. So not the start that the Bombers would have wanted. So we're deep inside the defensive 50 now for the Bombers. They kick this one up the line. Bounces in front of number 34 in Sam Tilley. Looks like he's gone from the long sleeve to the short sleeve. So, he said 25-point margin here at KG5. It's both these sides sitting in that middle part of the ladder. So, for Lauderdale to lose this, it makes it pretty tough for them to contend for a final spot this year, while Glenorchy will get them up to 3 wins, I think. So, it might keep them within striking distance of fourth spot on the ladder. It's a good mark taken there by Daniel Joseph. He's a star. He's averaging 28 disposals a game, sitting number 4 in the comp in 2021. Is the man they call DJ. He kicks forward now, but it's all Lauderdale there. Mark not taken, play on. Comes out to McGuinness. He gives off to a teammate, but Benny Camrick steals it from him. He gives off to Deegan now, who's going to kick inside 50. Player there is Gunther. He takes it on a second grab. He's done that all day. He gets this one off quick. He's got a free man there in Matty Joseph. Good team play there by Harrison Gunther, and Joseph will look to extend this lead out to 31 points for the Magpies.
He's a nice mark, isn't he?
He is.
Harrison Gunther. Lovely to watch. As you said earlier, Ros, been spending some time with North Melbourne in the VFL.
Yep. So Joseph now, he's going to come in for his first of the day. Goes straight through the middle, no doubt about it. Lead extended now to 31 points, and that makes it extremely tough now for Lauderdale.
Does indeed. It's pretty much game over. You'd think they've got to kick their whole score again just to catch up. So Glenorchy now in the box seat to win this one.
There's a second goal there, sorry, to Matty Joseph. He's kicked 2. So 2 for multiple goal scorers across the line for Glenorchy. 2 to Daly, 2 to Gunther, 2 to Matthew Joseph, and the 4 to Matthew Dilger.
Tell you what, doesn't get any easier for Lauderdale next week either. They've got North Lonnie again at Lauderdale Oval, just like earlier in the season. So North Lonnie travelling down the highway, and Glenorchy, they've got a game against the Tigers, which was scheduled for Friday night. That was because of the Dane Swan game at North Hobart Oval, but that's postponed.
Yep.
So whether that stays at Friday night, you assume it does, seeing the fixture has been changed, but no need for it to be anymore with that game postponed, as Siggins now gets the handball away. Lauderdale work it forward. Richmond, long way from home. Ball out of bounds, stays alive. Umpire will ball it up regardless. So another game next week too is Launceston and North Hobart. Clarence with the bye. So starting to take shape now, the ladder.
Yep.
And certainly will after the couple of games today too, as we mentioned earlier. Lonnie and the Tigers at the Twins, and North Launceston Clarence at UTAS Stadium. Up it goes again. Deegan got first use. Gold Chambers. A scrappy affair this afternoon, Ros. Free flowing at times, but in other parts, a lot of stoppages.
Yeah, that second quarter was full of them. We didn't see many goals kicked at all.
Walsh throws it on the boot. Bounces inside Lauderdale's attacking zone. Get it back here through Siggins, who's been really good for the Bombers this afternoon. Bell Chambers back in the side, spots a target, and Ed Stanley's got time and space, and he's got a goal as well.
After the fact there, Ed Stanley, but it's gone through for a major, so he kicks his first of the day. Does Ed Stanley's polished trade predominantly in the back line today, but I remember a game 3 or 4 years, probably 2 or 3 years ago, sorry, in the semi-final against Lonnie where he kicked 6 in a cutthroat final up at UTAS Stadium. So we know what he can do at TSL level. Obviously played last year in the SFL at Dodgers Ferry. It's good to see him back at the elite level here in Tasmania, because he's got the talent to do so. So they cut that lead now, do the Bombers. 9-6-60 plays 5-5-35. Tipped over into 5.5 minutes gone in this final quarter here at KG5 on a Saturday afternoon. Ball comes out now. Camrick's got it. He's got a rip jumper also. Not sure where that occurred, but he's keeping that one on for the day. Dilger's got it now. He kicks backwards. Got a free man there. He's going to bring this back to that man in Ben Camrick. So what's he going to do with this footy now? He tells his teammates he's going to go high and long inside 50, which is exactly what he does. Kicks to a pack. Gunther's there. Just grabbed that one in midair. Harrison Gunther gets around a couple. What can he do now? Gives a handball away. Gives it off to number 52, the debut in Tyson Stacey. That ball's sitting where it was. I think it's going to be a free kick to the Bombers. It is. So it looked like they were going to be dangerous there, the Magpies, but the Bombers have worked this one out well. So they come back now. Deep inside defensive 50. Comes out to Oscar Shaw. He's got a bit of time, but Daly's there for a bit of pressure. Kicks now to the commentary side of KG5. Over the back, mark taken. Usually cut off there by Ty Turner, the other debutant today. 3 of them in the lineup on the Cooper Hills. So kick out now by Manson. Kicks inside 50. Free man now. Dilgard just went through the hands. Misjudged that one. Kick forward at 8. That wasn't his best bit of play, that's for sure. So we get a ball up inside 50 for the Magpies.
Interested in the AFL score this afternoon. St Kilda back in front at the SCG against the Swans. So close one building there as McGuinness comes through, gets the kick away. Ball goes to the wing. Bellchambers, one-handed pick up off the ground to Sutton. Back to Bellchambers. Finds a short target. Had a couple to beat there, Rolf. Now Camrick does well. The man they call Disco goes inside 50. Mark not taken by Gunther. And now Shaw's there to mop it up for the Bombers. Good punch and fist away there by the Glenorchy player in Manson. Another ball in. Right in front of us here in the commentary box. Pretty fresh out here at KG5. Bit windy. So we wait the ball in. Siggins, of course, as you said earlier, Ryan is in the ruck today with Hayden Smith out still, injured. Daly, you're trying to appeal for the free kick there, but the umpire ignored it. And another ball up. So underway again. Geared. Now Camrick wheels around. Ben Camrick finds a target and Daly played on straight away. Probably wasn't far enough. Now Joseph wrapped up by Shaw. And the umpire's blowing the whistle here. Free kick. Going to
Shaw, I think.
Going to Shaw, yep.
Well, 50 metres
50 as well.
Could be another 50. He doesn't get out of the way there.
So Oscar Shaw now. He propel his team. Try and add some respectability to the scoreboard here. They're 25 points down. Out the back, ball spills. Richmond wraps up Camrick in the big tackle there.
Tackle by the big man.
Was good. So a ball up right in the goal square here for Lauderdale. Can they pounce and put one through the big sticks? Siggins. Brown wrapped up by Kenny. Another ball up, not far from where we had the last one. Almost 10 minutes gone here in the final term. All Glenorchy at the moment as far as the scoreboard goes. 25-point margin, 60 plays, 35. Up it goes, Siggins. Clever little tap behind, tried for Walsh, didn't happen. Again, another stoppage. Just can't get a clean break here in a really good spot at the moment for Lauderdale. Dangerous position for Glenorchy. Siggins again. Just spills out the back. Here's a chance for Bellchambers. Back in the side this afternoon. Misses to the right. Minor score. Little let off there for Glenorchy.
Everything right there, the Bombers. Bellchambers set out the back. He's a smart footballer. He's not going to put that one through for a goal as Joseph brings this one out. He's looking for Gunther. Couldn't take it. He's against Walsh now. Walsh probably taken without it. He was, says the umpire. So free kick now to Bryce Walsh. He kicked one in that third quarter. He's come back into this side today. He missed last week's game against the Tigers. So he kicks inside 50 now. Looks for the man in front in Westall. Bounces in front of him and follows to the boundary line. So 10.5 minutes gone now in the last quarter. Lauderdale are going to make some kind of challenge. It needs to happen pretty quick, you'd think. 60 plays 36, 9-6 to 5-6. So can the Bombers use this footy inside 50? It's going to be a free kick here, it is. So it might be a Glenorchy free kick. No, it's a Lauderdale ball. So Westall's the man with it. Can he do something? It looks like he's going to back himself from here. So he'll kick just from the paint of 50, if not a little bit outside. So Jared Westall comes around, umpire says play on. Little chip kick to Siggins. Daly, though, cuts it off. So ball's going to go out, it is. So did everything right there, Westall, but Daly had him for cover, and he had a good spoil in front of Sam Siggins, a small man against a big man. He's got a ball in now. Siggins goes up against Ty Turner. Daly's on the bottom of that pack. So is Walsh. He's got the footy now. Makes a genuine attempt, says the umpire. We'll get a ball up. Daly's slow to get up. Bit sore there. Kick 2 today. Siggins with the tap down. Pies have it now though, but it comes out to the Bombers. Quick kick away. They've got numbers here inside the square. Comes just out the back. Man there. Oh, couldn't take the ball. It was Stanley. I think the umpire's going to call it behind. He is. So opportunity begging there for the Bombers. 5-7, 37 plays, 9-6-60 now.
So Joseph from fullback goes long to the wing. Overshoots his target. And now Suki is dragged down and tripped over himself in the end, I think.
Yep.
Ball is out at the back. Manson sees it over. Boundary throwing. 23-point margin now.
Hunter and Suki a bit proppy to get up from that contest.
And darker here at KG5 as well. Tell you what you can see though. Cal Daly's wheels. They're nice fluoro green. Siggins or McGuinness it might have been. Throws it on the boot. Harry Richmond. Right on the wing here. It's famous ground in Tasmania. Good players have played out here over the journey on KG5. A couple of good rock bands too.
Self Brown kicked a few goals on the Hello Turf for KG5.
Oh, I've been waiting for press conferences to start, Ross. But no, not in my junior footy career, which was non-existent. Here's Joseph. Goes, finds a target, and Deegan just overshoots it a little bit. Handball's out, but the Bombers do well. Here's Walsh. Does he get the kick away? He does, just in time. Kenny to Sutton. Where does he want to go? He wants the centre of the footy. Does. Siggins marks it. What's on offer for the big man? Came a new dad recently, which was lovely to see. Rain coming down now here at KG5, as you can see on your screen. Ball moving forward. Oh, look at this, spilling out the back now. Chance for the Bombers. It's Patton, wanders on in, and he gets a point.
Jeez, it looked good off the boot though.
Didn't it?
Yeah, just missed though.
So Lauderdale cut the deficit to 22 points. No scoring day for them. Just the 5 goals.
5-11 last time these teams played in round 3, so
Might get there again, Roz.
very similar scoreline. It ended up 10-7, 67, and 5-11, 41 that day. So
Little balk there from Sutton. Finds the target and Tilly couldn't take the mark. Gets the ball back though, Sam Tilly. Does really nicely. And he splits the middle. That's a wonderful goal. Under pressure, Sam Tilly. Very nicely done by the Bomber. Lead now 16 points. So they got time still, Ross.
they may do, Bruno. Terrific call there. That was terrific play also by Sam Tilly. Worked his way out of trouble there a few times, and especially with that rain coming down in this fourth quarter, he's able to get boot to ball and put it straight through the middle. So as you said, Breno, 9-6-60 plays 6-8-44. We've seen long quarters in the first and the third term, so the Bombers would give themselves a sniff here. They were very good against the Tigers last week, especially late. They were just pipped at the line by the Tigers in the clash last week. So if they can keep doing what they're doing, a few opportunities begging in this third quarter. They've missed a few shots, but that one from Tilly went through the big stick. So can they get 2 in a row here and really put the pressure on the Magpies?
Teaming down now.
It is, as the ball comes out now. Siggins is going to get it. Great pick up there by Siggins. He kicks inside 50. Kenny is the man with the footy. He takes a mark. He kicks immediately to the top of the square. It's going to fall a bit short.
Oh!
Ball Tilly!
Oh.
No!
Gee.
Jeez, that would have been something if Sam Tilly could have kicked his second in a minute. That would have really troubled Glenorchy. That leads now 6-9, 45 to 9-6-60.
Just missed it, didn't he?
He did. Just 15 points between them. They can kick the next one, the Bombers, before that time on period. They might give themselves a bit of a sniff.
I think they've given themselves a spark regardless,
Yeah,
haven't they?
Yep.
That'll
Controlled this
boost
last
them.
quarter.
Still plenty of time here, probably. It's only a 15-point margin. Again, they haven't kicked many goals today, but they're certainly right back in it.
They are. As Deegan and Siggins contest that one. Deegan with the follow-up with the ground ball. It's going to come out now again for the Bombers, but there's a tackle applied. Right, Camrick it looked like. So, hit the 17-minute mark. This round 10 TSL clash here at KG5 here on a Saturday afternoon. Not great conditions if you're a player. But we do know a lot of these guys love a bit of wet weather footy. So it might be their prime opportunity to make their mark on this game. Blowfield kicks this one forward now. Gunther's there against Shaw. Good follow-up there by the Bombers though. Kick out now to Josh Williams. He takes the mark. Short kick, and he makes his teammate work for that one. That's Sutton. Not 15, said the umpire. Play on. They're under pressure now, the Bombers. That one's out of bounds again. Andrew throw in. So, a throw in now. 15-point margin. Can Lauderdale get one more quick one and make it a really dangerous last 10 minutes here for the Magpies? They get a clearance here now through Sutton. Kick forward, he looks for Richmond. It's going to follow the boundary line out of play. So you can really see now on your screen that rain streaming down here at KG5. A cold day here in the northern suburbs of Hobart, Tasmania. Siggins in front of Deegan. I think Ruckman can get clean hands on that one. It's come out to Daly. He tried to give it to a teammate. Kenny's got it though for the Bombers. Kick there by Reece Sutton. Inside 50. Doesn't get there. It floated in the air for a bit. Looked like it was going to go wide. Gets his own footy. Sutton. Great tackle though by the big man in Deegan. Holding the ball, says the umpire. Coach Paul Kennedy would love to see that from his ruckman. Especially in the absence of other big men, Darian White and Tom Cleary. It's the tallest man out there for the Magpies today. Could have been a goal-saving tackle there. So we approach a 20-minute mark now. Bombers going to get one. They need to move this footy pretty quick.
They'll need to get moving, that's for sure. No sitting time on here, 15-point margin still, so going to kick 3 to win and hope Glenorchy don't get another as they work it forward once more. They're certainly doing all the attacking at the moment. That's a nice mark too from Rolf. We had quite a day today. He goes inside 50. What's on offer? No one could take the mark. Chance now though. Here's Tilly again, the goal kicker from a few moments ago. Almost had a couple. Bellchambers slipped over. It's wet here at KG5 now. Big tackle. Pies going to have it. So they've lifted here, the Bombers. There's no doubting that at all. In the right spot for them too, just where they want it at this moment. Deegan and Siggins. Daly gets it out of danger for the moment. Dilger is dispossessed without it. Gets the kick further forward. Joseph running onto it. Kicks it. And that's quite for deliberate there, and it is, yes. So
you want to call it.
Good result for Lauderdale. And Bodie Kingston was the man with the footy. Just overshoots it. No, he does well in the end. And now Sutton, a reliable player for this Lauderdale team for such a long time. Right in the middle of KG5. What can they do here, the Bombers? Gunther lost the footy over his back shoulder. Now Siggins, clever little toe poke. And they're away here again. Tilly tucks it under his arm from the paint of 50, Sam Tilly. Plenty of Lauderdale players around the footy. Can they get it out? They do. Siggins is there. Cleverly done though. Intercepted by the Magpies and they're out of danger. Joseph finds a target. They've done well there. Nicholson with the footy. So they're putting the pressure on here, the Bombers. They're still 15 points behind, so a lot's going to have to go right for them. As they go to the centre, good mark there. Intercept mark taken by Franklin. He pops it up and just overshoots it. Sutton's going to get it back though. It's worked out okay for them. Sutton handball over the top, finds Bell Chambers, gets it off to the running McGuinness. Josh McGuinness now has a look towards goal. He goes for a kick, but it's unfortunately just gone off the boot the wrong way and dribbled along the ground. Ed Stanley now turns his opponent inside out, gets the kick away under pressure, goes towards the goal square, and Glenorchy get it out of danger once more. They're running out now of defence, but it's straight down the throat of Sutton, so they just can't quite get it past up to their end of the ground now. The Magpies, they go inside 50. Bell Chambers! Phil Bell Chambers back in the side this afternoon. He knows he's got to hurry here. He races back to his mark. Needs to kick this to give his side any chance of winning this game. The rain is teeming down here at KG5. He's got the bright orange wheels on. Phil Bell Chambers, the veteran for the Bombers, comes on in and it's offline. Needed to kick it.
5 points now in the last quarter, the Bombers, so inaccuracy may cost them a chance of winning this game. 6-10 to 9-6, 60 to 46. So 14-point margin here as we're 22.5 minutes gone. Joseph brings this out, gets around Stanley with ease. It's a bit more room to put his kick away. Goes down Deegan, but he can't take the mark. Comes to Geard. He goes back to Nicholson. He's looking for Camrick. Can't take clean possession. He's got a bit of pressure there, but he gets around a couple of Bombers. Good play there by the man they call Disco. He kicks up inside forward 50. It doesn't quite get there. It goes over the boundary line.
For those that aren't here at the ground, you can hear the rain in the tin. That's how much it's coming down here
streaming
at
down.
the ground.
Did think it was going to come late in this game. The forecast didn't look pretty late this Saturday afternoon. So it came and it's here now. Can the Bombers try to wheel themselves back in this game? 14 points, so they're going to need 3 goals to win this game at least. And they're going to be hitting the scoreboard.
Tough from here, Roz.
It is tough. So probably an actually cost them, as I said in this last quarter. They've kicked 5 behinds, and 1 or 2 of those go to the big sticks. We might have a different story come the final siren. So the ball's gone out of bounds again. So goal scores again for Glenorchy. Joe Dilger's kicked 4, Matthew Dilger's kicked 4. Eddie Joseph 2, Gunther 2, Daly 2.
3/4 time at the Twin Ovals as well. Launceston leading that one by 11 points, reigning there as well. So we'll see who comes out on top there, but they're right in it, the Tigers.
All happening here on the TSL live stream. Both games are on the live stream, so no matter which game you're watching, it's set for a grandstand finish, it seems, in either. As Blowfield now has the footy. He's going to kick this one up the line. He does. Look for a teammate there, but it's spoiled there over the back by Nat Franklin. Trickles out of play. So goal scorers for Lauderdale today: Ed Stanley with 1, Bryce Walsh with 1, Sam Tilley with 1, Hodanotsky with 1. I got that right that time. And Josh McGuinness has kicked 2. So a few goal scorers on either side. Not huge goal scoring lists, but usual suspects across each team with the name on the scoreboard. So Bombers bring this one out now to Nat Franklin. He kicks inside to his opposite winger in Reece Sutton. He gives a handball off. Good play here by the Bombers. Can they work something out here? Ed Stanley over the back. What can he do? He's got 2 to beat. Good play there by Ed Stanley. Can he put this through the sticks? He can't. Ed Stanley did everything right there. Ed Stanley except put that one through the big sticks. So again, opportunity begging for the Bombers. 6-11, 47 to 9-6, 60. So 14-point margin now. Still 3 goals are going to be required if the Bombers are going to win this game. So see Ben Camrick now just slowing this footy down. Brings this one up the wing. I think it's gone out of bounds. It has. So another opportunity here for the Bombers. Billy Ross going to have to get his own footy here.
Well, they've fought their way back pretty well, haven't they?
20, I think it was 25, 26 points down at 3/4 time. So
could have skipped away and gone out to a big win, Glenorchy, but to Lauderdale's credit, they've hung in there.
Yeah. And say, even if they don't get the result today, Dan will be pretty impressed with his side's fight back in this game.
Glenorchy, of course, missing a lot of first-choice players as well.
Sammy Rundle, Webster, Tim Cleary's out for the year with
Darian
ACL,
White.
So, yep, they're laid out.
Braden Webb. So they're missing a few of the Pies. Josh Meredith, the other laid out this afternoon. Zach Webster was named as an emergency. So the ball now just trickles over the boundary line again. Dying embers of this one. It's going to be a win to Glenorchy. Keep their season alive this afternoon. Stay in touch with the top 4. Lauderdale now just still the one win this season. That was against Clarence in the opening round of the season. It's been all downhill since then for the Bombers, unfortunately. Siggins, now McGuinness, Franklin again just overshoots it. Big tackle from Dilga. Another ball up. 27 minutes gone. Really wet and horrible here now. KG 5. Deegan, Siggins. Glenorchy have one last crack at a goal here. Shaw says, I'm having none of that. But they do get it back here. Joseph pops it up. Daly. Can he finish off what's been an awesome game for him, especially the first quarter? They kicked those couple of amazing goals. Goes out of bounds. Can't be too long left on the clock. Lauderdale, an impressive fight back this quarter. Just a couple of opportunities. They probably did have time in the end as Daly just picks it out of the pocket and finishes off a wonderful afternoon with a nice goal.
Yeah, beautiful call, Bruno. That's his third for the day. Not his best, but it is his third. So Cow Daly extends that lead out. 10-6, 66, plays 6-11, 47. A pretty similar scoreline to the last time these teams played in round 3. It was a 26-point win there, they're Glenorchy, and they're going to walk away today with another victory. So, but positive signs, I think, for Lauderdale in the last 2 weeks. Obviously, they went down by the 4 points last week against Tigers, and another good fight today against Glenorchy. It's been pretty entertaining and tight contest. So good signs in the later half, in the middle half of the season here for a young Bombers outfit under new coach Dan Willing. I'm going to say be pretty impressed with the second half his sides put in today. Just that first quarter was probably the difference for the Magpies. They control a lot of it in that first term. So the ball's come out now to Siggins. He works his way through traffic. Gunter applies a tackle though, which makes the kick go down Deegan's throat. He kicks inside 50 now to Dilga. Mark not taken, might have been touched off the boot, says the umpire.
Must have been.
So Dilga there is looking for his 5th goal of the day there. Matthew Dilga. Opportunity gone begging for him due to a touch off the boot. So 29 minutes gone here in the last quarter. Can't be too long left now. Sutton follows that ball out of bounds. So pretty entertaining, as I said, game here today. That second quarter was pretty contested. Other than that, it's been pretty free-flowing with a lot of goals kicked, 16 goals in total. So, but your money's worth today if you attended the game here at KG5. You've braved the cold weather. Back out, and there it is. There's the siren to end this clash here. So it's a win to the Magpies, 10-6, 66. To 6-11, 47. Brennan, it was a good fight back in the last quarter from the Bombers, but they left it a little too late there.
Yeah, they did. Exactly right. Roz summed it up well. Glenorchy raced out of the blocks straight away, didn't they, really, in the first quarter?
First 3, yep.
And didn't really look back from there. They were challenged at times. Lauderdale showed they were going to be in the match, but to Glenorchy's credit, with a host of first-choice players missing, got the job done comfortably in the end. And as we said, keep their season alive and in touch with the top 4. Lauderdale, well, they've just got the one win so far this season, and they've got a mountain to climb to get their season back on track. Of course, they're missing a few today. Alan Christensen,
yep,
obviously the major one with that hip injury. They would have loved to have had him out there today. But all in all, a good win and a good afternoon for the Glenorchy Footy Club.
Yeah, fair to say, Coach Paul Kennedy will be pretty happy with that performance today. Goal kickers for the Magpies. Matty Dilga finished with 4. And then we had Matty Joseph with 2, Harrison Gunter with 2, and Cow Daly finished with the 3. So all in all, I think it was a pretty well-rounded performance from the Magpies, considering, as we said, the outs they had, obviously a few late outs and a few are walking wounded from that clash last week against Clarence. So if you're a Magpies supporter watching along on the stream, it's fair to say you'd be pretty happy with the performance your team showed today. But if you're a Lauderdale supporter also, Breno, you'd be pretty happy with the fight back too.
Absolutely. Hope you enjoyed the coverage on the live stream. Well done, Roz.
Thanks, mate.
And we'll see you next weekend for more TSL action in round 11.